think that I just come in there and look for knockoffs, and that's not the case. I'm actually a sharp, smart fighter.
So, well, I'm here. Who wants to fight with me?
I really don't care who's in front of me. I don't feel like no fighter beat me.
My goal is to demolish everybody, to be honest. Everybody that's in my way. The pinnacle to any weight division is to have all the belts, all of the titles.
Welcome to Body Work. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Body Work Boxing. It feels so good to be back. How y'all doing out there, man? I hope everybody is having a wonderful time. I just want to put something on your mind and talk a little bit of that boxing, if that's okay with y'all. Very, very interesting time in boxing, man. It's a lot of moving parts in boxing, man. And you know what we gonna do, man? We not gonna adjust our aperture at all. We gonna stay aiming at center mass. We gonna breathe in, we gonna exhale, and right when we had that little delay before you inhale again, we gonna use the meaty portion of our finger and we gonna pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna adjust our targets, man. We ain't gonna do nothing different than what we've been doing, man. We love talking that boxing. We gaining some momentum, contrary to popular belief. Any day you can talk some boxing, man, is a good day, man. Any day you want to write on the top side of the soil with air in your lungs, all your faculties, all your senses. You know, if you got loved ones, like a beautiful lady. You know, if you got a kingdom that's full of peace. If you can't even remember the last time you got in an argument, you know what I'm saying? You doing all right. If you working for yourself, you don't really got to answer to nobody outside of the confines of what the contract entails. You doing mighty fine. You should be feeling mighty good. And talking this boxing talk is like really therapeutic for me. Like I said, it keep me out of trouble, give me something to focus on, and I love pugilism. You know what I'm saying? I might not have never laced them up, but I've been in plenty of squabbles. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk with my hands a lot more, but when you're approaching 45, like Jordan, when he came back, you kind of get your attitude and your mind intact. Beefing all the time is whack. With no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the housekeeping. Salute the AC, salute the boom. How y'all doing this evening?
Salute, champ. I'm here. I'm all right, man. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Salute Body Work Boxing. I'm here tonight, man. Shout out AC. Shout out Body. Thank you for letting me be a part of the show tonight.
No problem. Salute. Cookie Monster say mic check, 1 2 1 2, sounding awesome as always. But let's get into the housekeeping, man. This is gonna be an action-packed show, man. Well, it's a lot of material to get through today, so you gotta have an open mind, and we're gonna get into a variety of different things, you know. So you know, the series for today is it's a part of the series that I rarely get to do because for the longest time I felt like the heavyweight division wasn't where it needed to be. And just when I'm starting to see and kind of get a little bit of faith to where the heavyweight division is starting to have some major players, like it's starting to be, you know, a little like some any given night, depending on the matchup. Right when I started thinking it was starting to become some balance, there was some predators out there, some people that might be around. Like just as I like people start acting funny, but this is a part of my series that I have called Talk Heavy. You know what I'm saying? Inspired by one of my favorites of all time, Iron Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? But this is a segment I call Talk Heavy. So we're going to get into, ultimately, we're going to get into, you know, the meat and potatoes, which is this here, which is going to land us there. But today we're going to talk heavy on this subject. And I'm just going to get into the housekeeping right now. The first one, man, Wally Moses. He did an interview. I always give credit where it's due. He did an interview on Cigar Talk, and he spoke freely, you know. And always like I kind of always like Wally. Everything I heard him say to like the interview I heard earlier today was a little how you want to call it? It has some heat on it. You know what I'm saying? If I'll use a term that AC might can relate to, it had a little extra cayenne on it, a little bit extra heat on it. You know what I'm saying? It was a little spicy, which, you know, I guess, you know, when as you creep up on these big fights, you're gonna get a little bit of that where, you know, people are gonna feel like they can, you know, they're gonna speak and talk on things. And with that being his grandson, I know he's feeling, you know, really confident, and it showed. But the way he made it seem like it was like, man, Tio can't even breathe the same air as Shakur, and it's off-putting to me because when I heard Shakur has been more like, okay, we're gonna see type. Okay, I respect, you know, like real, the way I think boxers should be. You know what I'm saying? The way it don't get all extra or whatever. We already know what it is. But the interview that I witnessed today with Wally was almost like Shakur has accomplished way more than Teofimo. And I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, this would be another division, but as far as the names and the times and, you know, if they're the same age, and, you know, if you go by history, what Teofimo Lopez was able to do, he actually got, you know, nobody don't give him credit for getting it, but he basically got the same thing that Devin got before he got it. I mean, that's the elephant in the room that don't really ever get addressed. So he really did that. You know, he got Loma before he went and got something that Loma wanted, because Loma wanted and desired to be undisputed. He even came out recently, and I was going to do a little piece on Loma and how, you know, this little excuse he gave us here recently was kind of lame. But I was like, man, you know, I don't know what he might be going through, so I ain't gonna really like hit him in the ribs like I really could, but I really wanted to, because it's like he got into how he didn't ever see himself being able to get undisputed. Like basically the loss to Devin basically pretty much sealed the deal on that. And I'm like, yeah, that's just kind of convenient now, you know. But T.O. went got something that Loma wanted, which was that IBF strap, because Loma was going to need them all. And then he was on, that's because Loma was pretty much avoiding Devin and T.O. And if you realize it wasn't until T.O. went and got that IBF strap that Loma said, "Welcome to my club." Basically, he was trying to like sun these dudes. Like, man, listen, man, get on my level. You know what I'm saying? Get a strap. Get something go get some hardware. Go do something. Like, he was equal opportunity with them all, from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? And so T.O. actually he got out that tournament that they was having. and he put himself in Loma's path by getting something that he wanted. You know, so while everybody else was playing checkers, T.O. was playing chess. And this is before T.O. had offended a lot of people with the, you know, racial undertones and the things that he's been doing to like troll people or whatever, or try to get attention, you know, which he learned the hard way, which was not so good. He's still trying to recover from that. So he went in there and put hands on Loma, you know, and made Loma put his hands in his pocket for the first 6 rounds. Loma is typically, sometimes he start late, depending on your level of skill, but Loma started real late. He had a surge, you know, he started getting he had his moments, whatever, but right at the end, T.O. almost was going to close that, seal the deal, and Loma, they clashed. I'm going to say they clashed heads, you know what I'm saying? You know, ironically, they happened to clash heads towards the end. And Loma didn't get it, so that was the first thing T.O. did. He jumped up and he fought Josh Taylor, and who was also undisputed at 40, and pretty much put on a dominant affair. So it's common knowledge that Teofimo Lopez rises to the level of competition. So people do know that he do fight to the level of his competition. I would say he's much like, kind of like Sean Porter in a way, to where, you know, outside of the last fight he had, but like, you know, pretty much the better the competition, the better he gonna fight. And that's how everybody has T.O. pegged right now. People are questioning whether or not he has the same power that he had at 35. You know, now that he's at 40, he's saying that he still does. He's still explosive. You know what I'm saying? I think he be in there playing around, and I think it's muscle memory with him, to where he never really got the right technique down. So there's still like glaring flaws. They just take a certain boxer that can highlight him. I think Shakur is that boxer. And I always say it's just like the windshield wipers. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you realize they bad, you realize that when it's raining. So you're like, I got to get that fixed. And if you don't go fix that right away or work on it, go straight to the store and replace them, you know, it's not going to be until it rain again and you go to turn them on and you're like, shit, I forgot. Damn, I got to do it this time. It's like, that's how T.O. is. So those glaring mistakes that he do against pure boxers, Shakur is going to highlight that. You know, I always say that Shakur is the guy that I would say if you give him a quiz before the test, he's going to ace the test. But he needs that quiz. Well, he had that quiz with T.O. You know, he's one of them guys that Shakur is one of the most cerebral boxers out there. You know, where a lot of the things, he wins a lot of his fights upstairs, which we all know there's 80% mental. I think Shakur is one of the strongest minded fighters out there. Very high IQ. I would say he's very stubborn in a way. My only thing is, I like the way Wally was talking. He was saying basically like T.O. didn't even deserve to be able to breathe the air like that Shakur breathes and stuff. And I'm just like, man, that's like, it's going back in the vein of another fighter. You know what I'm saying? I fell up off this fighter. He last time I was on him, he made me eat crow. So I kind of fell up on him because he made a move that I never thought he would make. I just wanted him to get up to his weight class and fight the level of competition that I wanted him to fight. The same expectation I had for Boots, same expectation I have for Shakur. Now he's at 40. I think that is his division. That's the division he should have been. He said like 2 years ago that he was actually bigger than T.O. And I'm like, well, why you not fighting him? You know what I'm saying? He said, well, actually, I'm bigger than T.O. I'm like, well, why you not at 40 then? You know, that's what I was thinking. And the same thing I was saying with Boots. Why you not at 54 or 60? You know, but when I said it, I was rushing Boots. I digress. I think that when you going into fights like this and you have an opponent like that, like to the caliber of a Teofimo Lopez, you got to give credit where it's due as far as the accomplishments and all that, because it's wild now to where people got offended when Tank was like, who did he fight? What did he do? Like for years, people, it felt like eons. People like, oh man, how you gonna get out there and say, like, people were so butthurt? But I'm like, all these boxers do it. All these boxers be talking that noise, like they really be doing that. Like they know damn well that these boxers be accomplished, but they be like, well, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? And certain, and depending on which boxer says it, it's going to depend on how people speak on it. And so here lately, I'm just like, man, give your opponent credit. Because even though, I'm going to tell y'all something, even though Devin made me eat crow on Brian, it's like how many videos or how much can I say now and what can I do now? Because before the fight, Devin was saying he ain't this, he ain't that, his defense ain't this. It's like it made it seem like, okay, well, you about to be cherry picking, like you should be up at 154 then. And he went in there and made it look like, you know what I'm saying? He made it look like he was cherry picking. So it's like, okay, so what I'm gonna talk about now? And like me, in the interesting position I am where I just talk boxing, I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I just pay attention and I follow the bouncing ball all along. And I try to give everybody a fair shake. But like for me, when I'm looking at and I'm talking about these boxers, I try to give them the credit they deserve as far as what they're accomplishing, what level I think they're on. But I also include my expectations. Like where they should, what weight class they should be fighting at, the level of competition that they're actually fighting. I be frank and honest about the level of competition and what they have. Like even when the opponent might not be known, I try to at least give their opponent the level of respect or give credence to what they was able to accomplish. Like with Richard Hitchens, how he never fought nobody with an upside down record. Like, you know, he's always been fighting at the weight class that he should have been fighting at. He's been doing it under the IBF, like little fun facts that people don't really know, so that when you're looking at it, you can actually judge him according to his peers, to where he really took the hard route. Like he really did it the hard way. Like, but people don't really understand that. That's what I do with them all. So I say, man, listen, man, give the opponent the credit they deserve, because if you go in there and spank them, people are gonna be like, oh, well, that's what you were supposed to do. He wasn't on your level. And then they're gonna give you somebody else that you gotta go spank, and it's just like you're gonna feel like, dang, I'm never gonna satisfy. Now, some of these fans, you are never gonna satisfy them. Some of us will be honest, be like, okay, all right. You know, David Benavidez he did it for me. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez he had to keep proving me wrong and proving me wrong, and now I'm just like, I don't bet against that man. He earned it. Like a lot of guys have to earn it, but once they earn it, like in my book, you got it. I've been looked at Shakur as like one of the best out there. I just say, hey man, I just missed the offensive output that you used to have. You implement that offensive output and you take some risk. I ain't saying stand there and get hit in the head, but if you take some risk with your level of skill, being that you already have the advantages, because think about it, he should have been at 40. He should have been at 40. So now we actually going to see how he fights in the weight class where he should have been. Because Devin should be at 54, Shakur should be at 40. That's how I feel. You know, I even feel like Tank could be at 40. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's smaller, he in my opinion, he could be at 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jumping up to 47 for the big fights, or you know what I'm saying? If it was like, that's how I feel. So I was a little put off by all the things Wally was saying, man. It's just like, man, okay, well, if I was stubborn and I'm gonna be like the fans, because you have OnlyFans and people that only listen to like certain people, like from certain camps. Like you got people that only listen to people that talk about Boots that's from Philly. You got people that only listen to like Cigar Talk, or people from New Jersey, or people from up in that demographic that only listen to or cater to what people say up there in that New Jersey, Philly area. What about the rest of the world? So when the rest of the world are hearing you talk about these guys, and it's like, well, damn, like you basically cherry picking is what you're saying. Because you just the big bad wolf and you just gonna spank this dude. It's like, okay, so how much credit do we give you? Because to me, it looks like you're being opportunistic. But I know better. I know better. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he just, you know, this is a big fight. This is a big fight, contrary to popular belief. Don't take my word. I was saying this early, but Roy Jones. He said this is another 50-50 fight. Like Roy Jones said this. You know, I mean, on paper, the only variable is that Shakur hasn't been to 40. But as far as the skill set, he should be able to dominate Tio. Why? Because it's film out there on people with lesser talent that was able to do things to Tio that we didn't expect. The caveat to that is if Tio was actually up for this fight, Shakur could really be in for a fight. Like Tio could really surprise everybody with this fight. I think that it's 50-50 only because Tio fights to the level of his competition. If Tio go in there and he has not fixed those issues that he's had before, which you really can't fix overnight, you know, if he hasn't paid attention and came up with something else, Shakur just gonna box his socks off. He's gonna make it. He's gonna get up on the scorecards and they're gonna play keep away. You might be looking at it might be a little more interesting because I think Tio will get a little desperate. He will take chances. He will take risks. If Shakur decide to just be vanilla with it, it might be entertaining in that aspect, but it might look like that Devin Haney and Brian Norman situation. Whereas especially if Shakur drop him early and he get up on the scorecard and he frustrate Tio, he could play keep away for like the last 6-7 rounds. Like he could just because he believes a win is a win is a win. He's not gonna get outside his comfort zone and do nothing crazy, especially with Tio. Like that shit he did was a pay. He's not gonna do that with Tio. He's not. So Shakur should box his socks off. I just think that for the level of competition and what Tio, because you are moving up to his division to actually take his strap. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's more than formidable. And he was trying to fight Boots, you know, before. So, I don't know, man. I'll just say, man, put more respect on your opponent's name. That way, when you go in there, you make it look easy. I think Shakur has mastered that. I'm not sure what Wardley was on, but Wardley is Wardley and Shakur is Shakur. Just give your opponent the respect they deserve so that if you go in there and spank them, the people that's listening won't be looking like, oh, okay, well, I see why you picked him. Because that's really what happened. They be like, oh, okay, you knew something. Like you picking your opponents. You knew that was cool because you didn't pick Gary Ant. Like that's how those kind of conversations. You didn't pick Subriel. You didn't pick Gary Antoine. You know what I'm saying? You picked the one who we think you probably could beat. Like, you know, that's how people look at it when you don't give them the respect that they deserve. Number 2, Janabek fucked up the church's money, man. You know, I kept saying, I was leaning towards Lara, but I kept saying, man, why is man talking about how Lara is easy work? Yeah, it's easy work. It'll be easy work, man, if you taking some shit that you shouldn't be taking. And according to the research that I did on it, that's a common that's truly a performance enhancing. See, to my understanding, there's SARMs and then there's PEDs, and the Ostarine stuff is like a SARM. It's really not a performance enhancing drug. Like this was really a performance enhancer. Like it was proven. Like it was it's like since 2016, like over there in Eastern Europe, like a lot of people, this was known. Like this was something that was popular. So for him to have that, like that was really a performance enhancer. This wasn't something that was just like contamination levels or anything that was just like something that because they in the same lab and it might be like, no, this was something like real. And I see a lot of people trying to basically conflate what happened with Subriel and what happened with Janabek, and they trying to lump it all together, and then they trying to lump in the Ryan. And I told y'all this was gonna happen. And it's all this, like, it's always all this fake ass outrage. It's like, man, like, it's a lot of fake ass outrage out here. But from what I looked up, this wasn't no coinky dink. This wasn't like this was just this amount. Like, no, this is a true performance enhancing drug. So to have 2 belts going into this situation with a guy who many was saying was long in the tooth, not the most active. He fight probably once a year, if that. You fucked up the church's money, man. That's why it's kind of hard to get up and build up momentum. And this is why a lot of the times, me personally, I don't really, I do speak about a lot of different boxers, but I don't go too far away from like the guys that I consider my guys or the guys that have interest over here because of these type things. You know, there's a lot of people that was getting ready. A lot of people just getting ready to put some bread down on Janet Beck, man. But I'm like, I don't know how you can get to this level, man, and do something like that, man. It is not worth it. It's not worth it, man. Let me read something to y'all. Man. It says the WBO has confirmed an adverse analytical finding for WBO middleweight champion Janabek Alim Hanala from VADA testing ahead of his scheduled bout versus Arislandi Lara. An internal investigation is now underway and a show cause notice will be issued. No further comments will be made until the process is complete. And this is what it says. San Juan, Puerto Rico, the WBO, World Boxing Organization, confirms that earlier today it received official notification from the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA, regarding an adverse analytical finding involving WBO middleweight champion Zanabek Alim Halana, detected as part of the VADA testing protocol pertaining to his scheduled bout against Arislandi Lara on Saturday the 6th, 2025. Consistent with the WBO rules and regulations and reaffirming our commitment to integrity, athlete safety, and fair competition, the WBO will initiate its internal investigative process. A show cause notice will be issued to the fighter and his representatives, providing full rights, due process, and the opportunity to submit all pertinent information, explanations, and documentation. The WBO reminds all participants that its anti-doping proceedings operate under a strict liability policy. Under this policy, if a prohibited substance is found in a WBO participant system, the WBO is not required to establish intent, fault, negligence, or knowing use. It is the athlete's responsibility to ensure that no banned substance enters his body, and the fighter is fully accountable for any prohibited substance detected. As this matter is now under active investigation and to preserve the integrity of the process, the WBO will issue no further comment at this time. All parties will be advised in writing of any determinations or actions pursuant to WBO regulations. So that's one of them things to where it ain't no threshold. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, they find that shit, that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's a real deal situation. It's called, the substance is called meldonium. It's called meldonium. Easily baked, honey bee, flavors. Meldonium, man, that's what it's called. It's also known as meldronate, because we got to put this out here, man, because I don't like a lot of people that be on this fake ass outrage shit. Like, if you're gonna be outraged, at least be educated about what you're outraged about. But it's also known as that right there. Is a drug used to treat ischemic conditions that gain notoriety for its use as a performance-enhancing substance in professional sports. It is not approved for use in the United States and has been banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency since January 1st, 2016. Developed in Latvia in the 1970s, meldonium is primarily available in Eastern European countries to treat a range of cardiovascular and neurological conditions. It is prescribed for conditions such as cardiovascular issues, ischemia, cerebrovascular disease, neurodegenerative disorders. Meldonium is a cardioprotective drug that regulates energy metabolism by optimizing oxygen consumption. It works by inhibiting the biosynthesis of carnitine and chemical that transports fatty acids. By doing so, it forces the body to rely more on glycolysis, the use of carbohydrates for energy, rather than fat oxidation. This process is more efficient in the presence of ischemia and helps protect tissues from damage. Meldonium's potential to improve athletic performance led to its ban by WADA. So WADA had banned it. Endurance and recovery. For athletes, the metabolic effects of meldonium may increase endurance, enhance oxygen transport, shorten recovery time after exercise, and protect against stress. WADA ban. After monitoring the drug in 2015, WADA added it to its list of prohibitive substances in 2016. The ban was enacted after widespread use of meldonium was discovered among Eastern European athletes. High-profile cases. The drug gained global attention when Russian tennis star Maria Sharapova and other prominent athletes tested positive for it, resulting in suspensions. And it goes into its side effects. But if you're taking it, you deserve whatever side effects you get. Like, this is purposeful. Like, this is not, see, you gotta go case by case and you gotta look at these things, man. It's not like a shotgun, you know what I'm saying? You can't shotgun blast a lot of these things. It's just like a lot of things in life. You got to go by case basis and actually see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, with these things. Healing Honey, salute. I appreciate that. But Janabek basically fucked up he fucked up the card, because I was looking forward to that, man. I was looking forward to that fight, so he basically fucked up the church's money. Moving on, man. Moving on. Boots finally has proper representation in Okoye. Okoye is a guy who's been getting interviewed on one of my favorite channels, YSM. And I call him my favorite channel. People be thinking I'm playing, but it was like YSM was one of my favorite channels. Like, I can't help it that people start moving funny. It's like everybody that I compliment over there, if I say, hey man, I like them, they start acting and moving and doing stupid stuff. Just like Greg, he started acting stupid after I compliment him. Mills, he started acting stupid after I complimented him. I still rock with the channel, you know, but they finally got this guy Okoye, and hopefully now that I'm complimenting him, hopefully he don't start acting and moving funny, man. But he seemed like a reasonable guy. And a long time ago, I asked, who's chasing greatness? And we got T.O. and Shakur on the right. Ironically, they bought the fight. We got Virgil. So now Virgil and Boots in the middle. They are talking. And then Devin, he just bit off another piece of greatness. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, my shit be aging like fine wine. But I asked that question, and so it's like now they're coming along. Like everybody waiting on Boots. You know what I'm saying? They got their eyes on Virgil. But I explained this a long time ago. It's like, because Virgil is not deemed as the second coming of this guy, Roy Jones, the expectations for Virgil is not as high. as the guy on the left. They're not as high. And people be playing stupid like they don't understand that. And then plus, you got to think about it. To a certain extent, I know it's a lot of people that they like Tank, they like Shakur, they like Devin, they like Boots, if you get my drift. Like there's a demographic that like those guys for a reason. The same reason why there are people that like David Benavidez, Bam, Virgil. You see what I'm saying? So when you're looking at the demographic that like Tank and Bud and Boots and Shakur, when you look at that demographic, they don't give a fuck about the same, like in many cases, not this channel, but in many cases, they don't give a fuck, or their expectations are not as high, and they're not as critical of people who like David Benavidez and Bam and Virgil and Diego Pacheco. You get my drift? So this guy, I always say, man, it's always a time where I come out and I say something, and because I said I'm hating, it's like, oh no, if I was sitting there getting interviewed by that camp, they wouldn't look at the stuff I was saying as being hateful. They would appreciate what I'm saying, because that's how people out here that's consuming boxing content and people that's looking on the sport, this is how they actually look at it. So I always say, just like a paper, when you have to qualify your sources, I always have to qualify my sources by finding other people, or when I come across other people who say the same thing I say after I say it, to qualify, okay, well, I wasn't hating. And this is what I need to play this, because this is gonna help people to understand, man. Like, it's certain people that I don't like, but hating somebody, it's very few people that I actually hate. Hate is a very strong emotion. You know what I'm saying? It's too much energy. So I'm actually a Boots fan. I'm just not an Only fan. So copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I'm not going to infringe on Mills, but I got to play this, because when I said I'm hating, it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this is: non-profit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair. So this is going to help people understand that when I be talking my stuff on this channel and I be speaking, I be talking like real. Like, I don't hating somebody for what? Hating somebody by going to their fight, buying tickets, driving like 3 hours away to go to their fight, like to get a hotel and to take my, like, that's hate. If that's hate, then goddamn. But this guy Okoye, man, I've been listening to him, you know what I'm saying? And I say Boots got proper representation in him. He don't over embellish. He state exactly what needs to be stated, how it needs to be. Same shit I said. The same shit that I said. But let me play this real quick.
So this was last week. Eric Salutin stopped by Virgil Ortiz. Second round. Look good, look strong, look sturdy. Damn, can you let me give him his props? Can I give him his props? My bad. Give him his props. Second round KO against a dangerous guy. Go ahead. Duran Ennis pulls up to the fight. Yeah. Duran Ennis gets in the ring. Yeah. And proceeded to have a face-to-face back and forth. Yeah. Boots said it's time now. He wants it next. Yeah. And Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya said that they have had talks about this fight. Yeah. Eddie Hearn said that they agreed to money, they agreed to location, and now it seems that Team Ortiz wants to go in a different direction.
What he say? He said today's price and yesterday's price.
I guess.
Didn't I say that? I said the same. I didn't say that today's price isn't yesterday's price. I was saying, man, Virgil Ortiz and them, I said, if I put on my promoter hat, dealing with a guy like Oscar, right, in the way they're looking at it, right, they're feeling like they got the juice. He said yesterday's price ain't today's price. Same shit, different toilet.
I guess his manager said the negotiations should start at 7 zeros. That Virgil's the man in the division. He's the ace side. I think that's what Oscar said. Boots in the ring told him that he's going to pay for everything that his manager, promoter, and trainer's been saying. And so now you see kind of the A-side talk. So, okay, we're the A-side, etc. And then you hear Eddie Hearn and them saying, basically, you're not the A-side. As soon as you start talking like that, it means that you don't want the fight. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on the negotiation of the fight and the actual fight, if it were to occur next?
So you want the business answer?
I want both.
See? He wants smart man. You want the business answer? Because it's two. Why do we play like this all the time? Like it's not 2 or 3 different sides. It's 2 or 3 different hats. The fighter's perspective, the fan's perspective, the promoter's perspective.
Fan answer.
You gotta give me both.
All right, so I'll give you the business. The business, De La Hoya looking at it how I'm looking at it. Like, before that fight, so yesterday's price, right? Before that fight, about even as far as, you know, who could be the A side. It's an even fight. It's an AA, right? After the fight, right? What he did in the fight created a pocket, meaning Ortiz fighting a name in Lubin and beating him the way he beat him, which I think Lubin is shot. I think Lubin's punch resistance isn't there anymore. But either way, it made him look good because he knocked him out in 2 rounds. It didn't really look like much, right? But what it did for his name or for his star power is like it went up a bit, right? So now
his star power went up. Why? Because I said the exact same thing this man said. The exact same thing. It's on wax. So I don't got a cap. If you was here, you know. But because Jermell Charlo was out there, Errol Spence was out there, I was saying, like, from business wise, it's like, okay, so when Boots fought, who was there? Those, like, the people that was in the division, they wasn't around. All the Sharks didn't come out. So from a perspective, not trying to be, oh, I'm Team Virgil and I'm against and I'm anti-Boot, not trying to be like that. Just pointing the obvious that when Virgil fought, the people in the division and some stars came out.
Because of the way he beat Lubin, De La Hoya knows I might not make the same money I'm gonna make fighting Boots, but I can make money fighting him elsewhere. He can fight other people, he can still make a payday because we just did something electrifying. We got the electric on our side right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why De La Hoya's making that play. This is the best play he can make because he probably doesn't think, and this is just my opinion, he doesn't think Ortiz can just beat Boots. I don't think he thinks he can beat him.
Same thing I said. They know that Virgil is tailor-made for Boots. We all know Boots more than likely gonna beat the shit out of Virgil. We know that. But when I said I was hating,
he's saying, listen, I'm gonna make the price of you beating my guy so high that we benefit. Even if we do take this fight, we're gonna benefit because now he's basically saying we're A side, meaning you want me to take this star power that we just gathered and put it up against Boots. You're gonna pay me for that. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're gonna take an L with this next fight, or take that level of risk, I need to be compensated for it. That's what he's saying to me. We got sweet the pot.
same thing I said. And Mills like same shit I said. I'm like, it's called negotiation. They're gonna put out a high price. It's like, Eddie, we knew this. This is why, because Crush was up here the last time. I said, man, when we gonna get over this thing to where Eddie got to get over the fact that when somebody throw out a number, you just gonna say, oh, they don't want to fight. Look at them. They price themselves out. It's called negotiation. And people are not gonna get in the ring with Boots for a happy meal, bruh.
I'm not doing it because I can go take 2 other fights and still make money. I can take 2-3 other fights, still make money now. Whereas you Boots needs this fight because of the name that's coming along with it.
I also said that Boots needed. AC been saying it. Boots need the dance part. He need the name. So you at the mercy of. So all that, I got options. I can do this. It's like, okay, you can, but like, listen, without y'all trying to pay nobody, and you need the name, like you need the dance partner to put down the demo, so then you can go to another. But when I said it, I was hating.
He needs that guy that fans think will actually challenge him so that he can raise himself into the stratosphere that he's going to anyway. So this barrier of entry, he's using this as leverage. De La Hoya is like, I know you guys are at a threshold where you need this name. We don't need this name. We can go get another name.
I said this, like Boots need Virgil, or Boots need the name. Like Virgil don't necessarily have to do it. Cause I talk about this all the time. Because of his fan base, he don't need it. We talk about it when it come down to Pitbull and that demographic. They don't give a fuck. They don't come out and support. If one of us get knocked down, if we get a draw, if we get whatever, we gonna find a reason not to support. But when I said it, I was hating.
But you need his name. You know what I mean?
I've heard that argument, but the counter argument to that is you've never been a world champion.
Don't matter,
right?
Don't matter. See how he said don't matter. He's a realist.
One side has been a world champion. The other side draws more than you. When we look at the numbers.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying the other argument. And so it's kind of putting people in a space of, like, the arguments that I'm hearing back and forth is, okay, you know, we're the A side and this, and then the other side is, how are you the A side when you're not selling out your hometown arenas and you haven't been a world champion, so you don't have the accolades inside.
That's what I'm saying. Yesterday's price. That's what's going on.
And so now you have this. Then you have this back and forth, and you got fans now feeling like,
oh, he ducking.
Okay. All right.
That's what I said. You want the fan answer?
And we both said that. Like Virgil know damn well that's probably an ass whooping. What's up? Salute, Melazar. Virgil know that damn well that's pretty much an ass whooping. I came on and said, but yeah, that's considered duck behavior. But I also said from a business perspective, everything this man's saying, like acting like this is like some news flash, like some eureka moment right here. Like right after when I was like, man, what in the WWE shit is this? Like right, that same video. Go back and check it out.
No, I'm saying now you're having these arguments from the powers that be that are in the.
This is why they have an argument, though. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, yeah, from a fan standpoint, he's ducking. But when you look at it, yes, he hasn't done those things. He hasn't been champion. He hasn't sold out his own arena and so on, right? But he said, that was yesterday. We just knocked out Lupin in 2 rounds. I can go get a fight now. I can sell that to somebody. I can now go get a fight against a Spence or somebody else who thinks that they can, take Ortiz out. Plus, Oscar De La Hoya is not as dumb as the fans are. No offense to the fans, but he's not. He understand this shot Lupin don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. I still got to put this guy up against Boots, and I lose maybe not everything, but I stand to damage my fighter and damage the momentum.
What have I been saying this whole time? I kept saying, do y'all really think? I said, don't get caught up in Eddie. Do y'all really think that this man is going to jeopardize and risk the biscuit? Especially when y'all playing the low ball game. Y'all haggling over the money. Y'all don't just got y'all check ready. He's not going to risk his commodity to get obliterated by Boots for nothing. Especially before he can even taste the belt. And he's the interim champ to the belt that Fundora got. I said the same exact shit, but because he's in the gym, he's in the camp, it's the gospel.
We have right now by doing that, right? So you got to compensate me for it because, yeah, we didn't have it yesterday, but I got a little bit of electric and a spark now. Now we can go sell that and package that in a way to get a fight elsewhere and make a couple more dollars and still come back and fight Boots. So do you want it now? You gonna sweeten the pot. You want it later? I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do, and then we gonna fight you in a year or 2. That's what he's gonna try to do to him. You know what I'm saying? So if they want that fight now, Boots is gonna have to. He's gonna have to sacrifice to take the fight out because Oxen De La Hoya already put his feet in the dirt and said like this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's speaking the way he's speaking, acting like he got the A. You know they not A side, bro. He's playing it up for these conversations. Listen, he know that he know where they at.
I understand the play, right?
You know where they at.
Mills want to go back. I guess it's for education or whatever. But like, I that's why I be trying to say, bro. Y'all gotta rock with this channel, bro. Y'all gotta rock with this channel, man. Because I be saying this shit. I put this shit out like the day after the fight. What, Sunday? That's Sunday. Everything this man said, I said. People, oh man, you hating Boots? Nobody hating. That's business, bro. Everybody know that like Boots would obliterate that man, but Okoye said, but that's the right. See, they need people like that. Like, I think Tank need people like that over there, you know what I'm saying, on the people that represent him. You need people that's gonna talk like that. Like to where they talk, like Shakur need people that's gonna talk like that on his behalf, to where they don't act like, they don't gaslight you like you stupid, like you don't understand that it's a business side, it's a fan perspective. We know you got all the talent in the world, bro. But how come when certain people say certain things, they deemed as haters? Only to come around, like, ain't y'all tired of getting gaslit like that? Only to come around, cause they be knowing this shit. It's like, well, why y'all be crying when people say it like somebody is actually hating on another, especially me, another black man? Why would I be hating on another black man? Why? I got all this peace in my life. I'm working for myself. Me and my lady, we ain't got no problems. All my shit taken care of. So I just get online and just hate on another black man. Like, knock it off, man. Knock it off, man. It just is what it is. And see, when you understand those things, you would actually have more people that come and gravitate towards you. Why? Because they don't feel like you just gonna pull the wool over their eyes, and they don't feel like they gotta just be gawking all the goddamn time. They can come over, have a real conversation about you and the fighter, and support y'all, and not get the wool pulled over their eyes, or not feel like they gotta be like complimentary, like every single solitary thing they say gotta be complimentary to you. You would get more fans. Because I'm telling you, it's a turnoff. That's why I don't go certain places. As big as a fan of these guys that I am, I don't go to certain channels because I can't gawk. I can't do it. Y'all know who my guy is, but y'all don't see me in certain places, right? Why? Because I can't gawk. I'm going to speak that real. And I don't got time to be arguing with nobody because I'm actually being real about something and somebody want to play politics about it. And because they don't agree or they think you better or they jealous or whatever the fuck is going on. Nobody got time for that. People just want to go talk boxing. That's why I said Boots finally got the representation. I hope they keep interviewing this dude. And I hope he don't change. But he's talking about it the way everybody need to hear about it. But he's inside of the camp. That's what people need to hear about Boots. They need to hear that real. That way people will go over there and listen, like, oh, okay, yeah, we understand it now. Okay, so how can okay, so now, guess what? Now we all can apply the pressure to Eddie. And don't have Boots in them thinking, oh, man, why they always hating and why they always saying this? Because shit get lost in translation. By the time they get back to Boots or Bozy and all them, it's like, oh, man, this dude was hating. He was good. No, he was saying exactly what y'all understand. Putting it out there exactly as like the business that y'all understand, knowing damn well that Oscar and them know they ain't got a leg to stand on. They just using their leverage, which is business. But when you start talking about business, guess what people start saying? Oh, you a manager. I call that shit, that hindsight is 2020 shit, man. But I wanted to like go back and listen to this a couple more minutes of that. I'm not gonna waste no more time with that. I told you, man, this shit is packed with nutritional value over here, man. That's only 6 minutes and 21 seconds of a 13-minute clip. So it's more in there, but I, salute the Mills for actually interviewing this guy. Like I said, I fuck with that channel. I've been fucking with that channel for years. They just be acting funny sometimes. Like when that boot shit happened, the higher boot start climbing, the more funny acting they started. So I'm like, I'm not going to be over there co-signing every single solitary thing because they gaslight too. Just be real. Be like this dude, Okoye. Just speak about it the way we know that it is. Like, I don't know what's the harm in that. You just being truthful. That's why I could come out literally. I could come out and I could be online talking boxing 3 times a day. But you know what I understand? People don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. Like they need all that fluff, they need that gossip, they need that drama. They don't like the fucking truth. It's like holding the mirror up to somebody saying, you got a booger in your nose. They don't like that shit. Like instead of you seeing it and being able to pluck that shit out, go blow your nose, wipe your face, now you looking good. Now you sitting tall, but you gotta deal with it. That's what this channel do, man. That's why I said, man, it be refreshing when you hear somebody and they not bullshitting you. They just talking real boxing talk. He said, you want to hear the business side or you want to hear the fan side? I can tell you from a fan side, we know he ducking. We all know that. Okay, but this the business. This is why Oscar, that's what's needed in boxing. This last one, man. Tankstradamus strikes again, man. I'm not gonna go over the whole what the WBC did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go over what they did. All I'm gonna say is, man, y'all gotta start respecting the shooter, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta start respecting the motherfucking shooter. What did Tank say a long time ago? What did he say when Kambosos was on the prowl, and Kambosos had knocked off T.O. and Kambosos and what's that tall dude? I always remember his name. The tall dude that had control over that fight, man. He used to do fights on Broadway and all that up there in New York, man. His name will come to me, but he pretty much said he had control over Kambosos after that. He had dibs on him. And what Tank tell him? He said, man, I'll fight you, but keep them belts. He said, I'll whoop your ass for free. He's like, nah, well, I won't whoop your ass for free, but you can keep them belts. I'll whoop your ass. And what did Tank say? Where did he get this from? He got it from Floyd. Floyd, he was like telling Tank, man, basically, when you start getting to the bag, man, yeah, man, the belts matter, but like, man, like when you making that munyan, the belts, like, come on, man. We all know. That's why I be trying to say, man, y'all got to pick and choose whether or not belts matter. So when I came out with that Jermell Charlo thing and I said, man, belts don't matter, right? People like, oh my gosh. I was being facetious when I said it. Why? Because Jermell Charlo got undisputed, but he went by and he picked them up one by one by one. He didn't wait. He didn't have one fight and get it all. He went and picked them up one by one by one. He went on a journey to go get them. It's more value in that, in my opinion. They didn't give him no respect. At that time, Devin had fought one time and got it. He got the belt that Loma dropped when he got elevated to the franchise. He got that belt off of Loma. He went and stamped that against that dude, Alberto Santiago. His first fight out of Puerto Rico over here, Southpaw. His first fight, he went ahead and stamped that belt with that. And then he fought Kambosos after he beat T.O. And that was it. So he had one fight and got undisputed. I was comparing that undisputed to Jermell Charlo's undisputed, and I'm like, it ain't no comparison. And so the history goes the way people try to make it seem like Devin cleared out 35. No, he did not. He wasn't even the first one to actually do the thing that garnered him the recognition of being undisputed. T.O. did it. That's just being honest. So I was saying, man, them belts don't matter, man. We know who the man is in the division. Now, when people act right, when they want to come get in line and want to, you know what I'm saying, when they really want to make something happen, they know where to go and what to do and how to do it. But I heard so many people making a big deal about this whole WBC stripping situation. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't like getting into nobody's pockets, but that's how everybody know that's how that shit works. They sanction the fight. Like these fights have to be sanctioned, right? Those sanctions are represented by an organization. You have to pay those organizations. If you don't pay them, they're gonna take the belt. So if you don't pay them and they take the belt, no harm, no foul. We even Steven, like you're not getting no money off of me, and I don't have your belt no more. Okay, cool. So now everybody's coming out the woodworks. And I hate when people do this. They'll shit on Tank, right? All the way up until like a point in time like now when people say, oh, well, Tank Ben said it. Well, but you spend your whole life just shitting on Tank, but now you want to resort over to what Tank be saying. I don't respect that shit, man. Tank Ben said, man, you keep them belts. I whoop your ass for free. Let's make the big fight. He been on this big fight and fuck the belt shit. Now, when somebody's favorite fighter do the shit, now everybody went like, that's some hindsight of 2020 shit. That's that gaslight shit where y'all know all along It's just like when somebody say, I'm gonna take the easy route to get these belts to go do that. Then y'all say, oh man, look at him. He said he taking the easy route. Gaslighting. Like y'all don't know what people be meaning, man. So respect the shooter. I'm gonna minimize all this shit down to respect the shooter, because now people doing 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 hour lives about somebody getting stripped of a belt. And then somebody saying there ain't no way we should be paying all this goddamn money. Well, Tank Ben said it, and Tank purses, they been monumental. So he had even more reason to say it, because the percentage out of that purse is way more money. He been said it. Who did he get it from? From Floyd. But Floyd, people shit on Floyd when he was saying it and how he moved. People shit on Tank because he was saying, man, fuck them belts. I whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Just for the big payday, the money. But then they use that same double-sided coin and not give him no credit, even though he fought these names and had the big fights for the money. He just didn't do it for the belts. Don't get no credit. But when somebody do some shit that your favorite fighter, when your favorite fighter do some shit and he justified, then y'all want to resort back to some shit that Tank said. Just like Tank said about this whole Turkey Usyk shit. How he didn't trust him and how he do it, and then what happened? We had Carlos Adames getting stuck at the airport and then getting robbed on the scorecard with Hamza Shiraz and all. David Benavidez, he got turned away the first time. This is his second go around with Turkey, where they just got this shit right. How did Wardley get treated up there in the hotel when they had that shit up there in Times Square? He was saying, man, they ain't even pay him. He ain't even have no hotel accommodations. He ain't have none of that. But y'all didn't respect the shooter. Tank called all this shit out before. But it's convenient to use him once some shit happened and y'all fall back on. But Tank had been said, we don't respect that. Especially if you don't fuck with Tank. Don't use Tank. Find another boxer to use to justify that bullshit. But when it's crazy when somebody say something, y'all don't want to respect that shit, and then only to come around and then y'all respect it later on. After the point, it's been way proven and y'all been gaslighting the whole time. Let's knock it off, man. That's the housekeeping, though, y'all. That's all I had on the housekeeping. I know it's a lot of nutritional value in there. It's a lot to unpack. I don't know if y'all have anything on that. Salute to Calico, Boom, AC. We in the building.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to cook on some things.
Yo.
For one, I wanted to cook.
Salute. Go ahead, AC.
Yeah, number one, I wanted to cook on the belt situation. To me, the belts have always became a two-sided sword. And you could probably go back to it at the beginning. And this is where we talk about the corruption of boxing. The corruption of boxing is embedded because the mob used to hold these belts and these titles as extortion fees, just like they did with restaurants, bars, and other organizations that the mob had control of. So it's, for me, just to put it in layman's terms of what the fighters experience, I'm going to use myself as a chef so people can understand I have a good grasp of the content. It's like getting a Michelin star award, right? And in order for you to get the Michelin star award, you have to pay the Michelin organization $300,000 plus fees of $100,000. So that's basically, you got to give them $400,000 annually. This is not a one-time fee. It's annually. As long as you're on the Michelin Guide list and as long as they're going to review your restaurant. So now imagine that fee going up between every star you get. So the more belts you get, the more fees you get. The more stars you get, the more fees you have to pay. And you have to pay this shit yearly. And for a fighter, that's every time they step in the ring to defend one of those belts. Right. And I don't believe a mandatory is exempt from those fees. So the point I'm making is this. You need the belts to establish who is the cream of the crop. Who's the best of the best. That tells you, okay, champ. This is why we embrace that name. This is what Black Murderer's Row was about. Black fighters not getting their opportunity to become champion and get that belt. But the mobs hold on it. And now it's just a inconsiderate thought as part of the tradition of boxing. And if we go back, we can talk about the Tank. We can talk about the Tank comment. We could talk about Wilder's comment. We can also talk about Errol Spence in the Bud negotiation, where he took that 10 minutes out to talk about the sanctioning fees. Like, yo, for this fight, regardless of who wins this fight, these sanctioning fees are going to be outrageous. Exactly. We got to do something about this shit. So if Errol Spence was on that platform trying to tell the world, like, yo, we need to talk about these sanctioning fees in that setting of that mega fight, that was the biggest fight. He took that opportunity. Give him his respect for that. And outside of that, bro, the rest of the cook, excellent. But that's just the one thing that made me say, you know what? When the cook is done, that's something I really want to speak about. And that's where I land my plane.
Word. Good points, man. Good points, man. What you got, Calico?
Yo, man, I feel like when it was Tank, nobody cared. You know, it became the talking points against the man. Just 2 days ago, it was all about legacy. Now it's all about the dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been peeping it for a while. You know, guys like Shakur get on Tank about legacy, but he turned down the opportunity to be undisputed at 135 and just take 25%. Like, if it's not about the money, then 25% is perfect, especially when you going after 4 belts. And we talking about sanctioning fees. So those fees are only based on how much you won. If you only won a small amount of money, that would have been a steal. He would have been able to get all of those belts and pay the lowest amount possible. So, you know, if he really believed in himself, he would have did that. But I'm just saying this legacy thing is getting out of hand, or the money thing is getting out of hand. It's one or the other. I don't think we can have it both ways. I think when Tank was the one, nobody respected what he was saying. He was like, man, shit, fuck a belt. You know what I'm saying? Now that is the great Terrence Crawford is a little different.
Because it's a percentage of, you gotta think about it. It's a percentage of what you're making. Just like you said, that's an interesting point about Shakur. I didn't look at it like that as far as the 25%. And if he would have took low, it would have been low for all of them. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, when your purse is already that big, and you looking at, okay, it's not that appetizing to be able to like give away that chunk of change. And see, now when you get to the level where my man is at now, where he just got that big ass payday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now he look at that shit different. Like, man, like, I ain't trying to give them that. Like, for what? But when Tank said that shit, you know, oh man, he don't want to fight nobody. I'm like, man, y'all gotta knock it off, bro. Like, that's why I said, like, I'm tired of being in the hindsight of 2020 club, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When people know, they be knowing what the fuck he be saying. It's just like when Earl said the Easy Rock thing. It was like he wasn't taking the easy route as far as easy competition. He was saying it's easier to make fights over here because they right here. We ain't got to go through all of that. But people they still run with that shit. They still call them easy route. Regardless who you thought was going to win before, regardless of the outcome, they knew exactly what he was saying. And to AC's point, when he got up there in that podium and he was talking about them sanctioning fees, why was he talking about them? Because he had 3 of the belts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 3 times. And then I'm hearing that, and I don't like to get in another man's pocket, but I'm hearing that they had negotiated a smaller amount. It wasn't even the
Bud,
amount.
Yeah, only for Bud. I never seen him do it before, but yeah, 0.6%.
0.6. So I'm like, but now everybody's on that. Oh well, you know, yeah, it don't matter anyway. It's like, well, okay, once we establish the hierarchy, once we establish who is the man, like with Abdullah broke into championship. So now he went from being a hunter to being the hunted. He got to take what come along with being a champion, but now he's an established champion. And so now we know that he's one of them ones. He had his rite of passage. So now we gotta think. We gotta be fans, but then we also gotta do like that guy Okoye was saying. We gotta think about the business too. Now we don't be wanting to do that, but most of us who have some goddamn common sense, we understand. Like most of the time, if somebody win a championship, it's very rare that they'll go right into a unification. That's very rare, right? We understand that part of a business. We understand that, okay, it don't normally be like you get a belt and then you unify, then you unify again, then you unify again. No, you get a belt, you unify, you take a voluntary, you know what I'm saying? You might take some time off. If the business is right, then you unify.
Mandatory, yeah.
Right, then you got a mandatory that you got to meet for that, like what Rolly's going through right now with the Gearsov. That's a third generation mandatory he inherited. You know what I'm saying? So they got to deal with it. They're trying to get an exception now. And everybody's trying to pivot off of that. But like, we got to start, when people, just because you don't like somebody, you got to start understanding and asking yourself, okay, business-wise, like why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? And then we can have a real conversation, because we get a bunch of zombies that want to just regurgitate the same thing over and over again. And because they heard somebody else who don't like this person, they said that shit sound good and they running with it. It's like, no, consider what the man is saying. If you're making $30 million and you doing it for 2 belts, like your 30 million, your purse, and 30 million, and 3% of your purse at 30 million versus his 3% at 6 million, that's an ass load of money. You got to consider that as to when you making the deal, when somebody's saying, all right, look, this is what I got for you. You know what I'm saying? What we going to do? And then we going to get this on the pay-per-view. How you trying to rock? You got to consider that. Instead of just pointing the finger and saying, oh, no, he don't want it. It's like, nah, he looking at his bread. Why? Because now people are coming out saying, oh, you can't feed your children them belts, bro. They need cash. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of the housekeeping, man. I want to get into the main title, because some of this, I call this strategic. Boom, you got anything on any of the housekeeping, not just the last part, but any of the housekeeping at all?
Being honest with you, can everybody hear me first off?
Yeah.
All right, being honest with you. My bad. All right, I'm back. So being honest with y'all, man, I love the housekeeper. I love the topics today. Wally do gotta chill. Wally gets on like the hiatus of, like, I do get it. Shakur is a real good motherfucker. Like, he bad than a motherfucker in the ring. But in order for the people in the future to be like, well, remember when Shakur beat so-and-so, we can't discredit any fighters, man. We really got to cut that shit out. Secondly, man, boxing is just in a crazy place. That's just how I look at it. It's bothering the casuals, because a lot of them ain't getting what they want right now. The Tank Davises, the super fights, like I don't know, like these dumb fights that don't make sense fights. And me being honest, I don't agree with Shakur fighting T.O. I think it's a waste of time. Like him to go unify, or, you know, go collect the other 2 belts so he can make Tank Davis fight him, you know, when it's time. I don't know though, man. I'm here. Bud getting stripped of the WBC. I have no say. I'm not Bud. I'm just sitting back and I'm just watching everything unfold.
But listen, you really ain't gotta say much on that. I know that's your people, but he basically said that he don't give a fuck about it. He said it's a trophy.
Yeah, like
he basically said it was a trophy. I'm like, newsflash, like that's what people been saying.
Yeah,
like people been saying the shit is like a trophy. It's like people pick and choose when they want to merit the belt.
The funniest thing was when Bud said, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Think you need to go somewhere and slap yourself?" I was like, oh shit.
Nah, so to be honest, like I said, man, I do love the green belt. I do love the WBC. Murray said that's his thing. But I'm just not really too concerned about any of the belts at 168 for Bud, honestly, because who knows what's next? You know what I'm saying? So just being real with y'all, when everything unfolds, everything will unfold. I can't speak too much on the future. I know what the future
That's why I say
holds.
don't even. I don't even. You ain't even got to flirt with that. Like, so don't.
Yeah.
That shit. Don't leave that alone. We
Hey,
ain't.
can I
This
say
ain't
this?
one of them, oh no, but hold on. But for real, listen to me. This is not one of them channels that try to trick you into saying some shit that you like. If you ain't supposed to talk about some shit, do not talk about that shit over here.
Word.
Like,
No,
just keep it. Like, just touch everything else but that. Like, this is not one of them channels where we gonna. I'm even trying to like pull that out, or we don't want to know that shit. If you ain't supposed to talk about it, don't talk about it.
All I'm gonna say is it tickles my fancy.
But what you got, Calico?
The whole situation of boxing, it tickles my fancy, man. And
now I'm gonna say the only
really all I got.
I'm gonna tell you what kind of interested me that Mauricio Suleiman said about and matter of fact, shout out to my boy Rapstar Boxing. Like I've seen him interview Mauricio Suleiman, so I won't be surprised if he come on the show real soon. You know, he was just on there like 2 weeks ago. So like I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know if you know Rapstar, but we all need to like link up. He be up late night. I don't know if y'all be up late.
Rapstar, what? How you like?
I know who you talking about, Calico.
Yeah, he's from London. Like WRAPSTAR, Rapstar Boxing.
Okay.
I know who you talking about, Calico, for real.
Yeah, he be having like he had Mauricio Suleiman on like 2 weeks ago. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure he gonna get him back on there. We just had Bill Haney like 4 days ago. Like I interviewed Bill Haney for the second time. You feel me?
Okay.
So we be over there cooking. But what I'm saying, like when he brung up the boxing fund for the retired fighters, you know, I'm tired of seeing all this CTE, you know, like people like James Toney and what they're going through, or Paul Williams and all these different fighters, you know what I'm saying?
The G-Man, like, G-Man. I've been seeing the G-Man.
Like it's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. You feel me? So if they truly have a fund towards these retired fighters, they really needed that $225,000. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of what makes you a legend. You know what I'm saying? Is the fact that you would be carrying the, you know what I'm saying, the people before you and after. You know, because if we got to look at it like that, then Canelo been doing it since he been a champ. He been carrying the sport if he been paying that fee. You know what I'm saying? Right. Every one of these champions, they truly carrying the sport for the, you know, active fighters and the retired fighters. And you know, it's commendable, man. I want to add that to their points when it come to a Hall of Fame vote.
But let me ask you this question, Calico.
Yeah.
If it's that important to the fighters, I mean, if it's that important to the organization and to the fighters, that's a perfect. We don't have nothing to do with that nonprofit, where fans of the sport, commentators of the sport, everyone can donate into that. Just like you have, you know, all of those St. Jude's and type shit like that. Mm-hmm. That you see racing car, golf players, some basketball players, you know, everyone gets involved in that fundraising. So the point is that everyone in boxing, every boxing fan knows it. We see fighters. The best example of what you're talking about and what Suleiman would be actually talking about is to watch the deterioration of Muhammad Ali.
Exactly.
If there was some fund like that to help his medication, have him do MRIs and stuff like that, then that's something different. If we got a GoFundMe page for fucking filmmakers to try to get millions and millions of dollars on some bullshit films, then why can't we do this for boxers? So at the end of the day, for me, I get what he's saying, but to me, where you fucking it up is, bro, why is it attached to that? That's not what you, what you trying to bullshit us on, Suleiman, was not the reason why sanctioning fees and all these other fees came out long before, because this is your talking point. It wasn't your dad's talking point when he was running the WBC.
Yeah, when he invented it.
You feel what I'm saying? So That's, I'm like, I get it.
I mean, they also
But-
didn't care. They didn't care about the prior fighter. That's why Muhammad Ali was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, so I'm like, I get it, but stand 10 toes down and remove that fee from something that you're going to charge every fighter for actual fighting, because the fighters will just donate that when they, as different situations happen. Let's say we heard about the passing of other boxing legends. That's when they're gonna start throwing that money to make sure the family don't got to worry about the funeral. Shit like Floyd Mayweather would do all day long. So I'm just like, bro, I don't know about that, Suleiman. It's a great excuse, but I think you kind of gaslighting it.
It's definitely a great excuse.
I understand the point. I'm behind you with the point, but that shit ain't got nothing to do with what you doing with these sanctioning fees and shit like that.
I feel you.
He playing a little politics, you know what I'm saying? He he mixing it up a little bit. Like, it's an opportunity to get up on his soapbox for a second. But yeah, that's just more like just current events, man. And I don't want to get on it. It's just I don't like when people get people show their true colors. I'm gonna put it like that. Like it'd be hard. Like I started like losing respect for channels and people who have different energy today and bring up talking points today.
Yeah,
and say something like Tank Ben said it. Well, Tank's, but it's like you be shitting on. Don't use them.
Don't bring them up now.
Yeah, don't bring them up now. But because when people be saying that, when people be going through the motions, man, like people be like, nah, man, like they don't be understanding. They don't speak English and shit. But in times like this, they just show their true colors.
Bro, you can fit right into it, because I'm thinking of what was the movie with Will Smith where he played the superhero Hannibal? What the fuck was
it Hannibal? Yeah.
Right? So when you was talking and then you said then people act like they don't speak English, it reminds me of that scene where those gangbanger dudes was in an Escalade and Hannibal had them picked up, and they was like, at first they was like, oh shit, and then he started talking to them and they like, no speaking English. Oh, now no speaking English, right? Now no speaking English, right? That's what that whole scene reminds me of. But we could chop it up now. That was just something that caught me.
Yeah. This the main thing, man. This is the meat and potatoes.
Hey. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
Now I was just gonna add how many people just a couple weeks ago was mad at Tank Davis for going to get that Jake Paul money. You feel me? Like I was commending the fact that he just gonna get a bag of that large amount. So I was just happy for the brother. You feel me? But people looking like, fuck that money. He need to get back in there and fight Roach for $5 million. You know what I'm saying? When he can go make goddamn 50 and come back or never fight again. It's not for us, it's for him, man. That's for his benefit. What's wrong, Like soon as their favorite fighter go fight Jake Paul, oh now that's what's up. Yeah, go get that money, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
One thing I wanted to say is that the politics and the casuals, they pick and choose their battles, and they pick and choose who is this and who is that. They really do, and that's what we got to remember. These people always gonna pick and choose their battles with who they know they can fuck up or who they know they can shit on, and you know what I mean. Like they always gonna pick and choose their battles, bro. It's never gonna be like a fair and square, especially in boxing, because it's so up and down, man.
It's such a blood sport.
One thing about it is I feel like I don't want to wish this on boxing, and I'm not. But all I'm saying is I feel like boxing was going up, like in 2022, 23, 24, 25. 22, 23, 24. But at 25, it's like we get these big fights, and now like the casuals and like the outsiders, the people who really don't know shit about it, is ruining it, and then we're adding to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're adding to the fire, not in a bad way, but like we're still
they gaslight those fools.
Yeah, and that's what we gotta control right there. Like if we stop the gaslighting shit, then we can push out the casuals' heads that, yo, like so-and-so, this and that, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's hard to wake these people's minds up and their brains up too, though, because when you picking that shit apart, they talking back so much that they not listening nor paying attention to what the fuck is coming back. You know what I mean? They so worried about trying to push that bullshit narrative out that when that real shit is coming at them, they like, no, fuck that. That's another excuse, and that's this and that's that. All right, well, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, bro, I might have to rename my boxing channel to No Narratives Boxing. You feel me?
I respect that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause that's what they need, man. They need to know we pointing that out. Like, no fucking narratives, man. We tired of these narratives.
That's why I try to qualify all my shit. I say we have opinions, but it's based around facts. And we're open to different things. Like that thing you said, I've never heard somebody flip that 25% the way you did. But I'm open to that. And see, if I was the only fan of one of these dudes and I'd have, oh man, shut that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, But you gotta be open, and I support my shit. That's why it might be mundane. That's why I call it body work, because it's ugly, but it's effective. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's necessary. You gotta break this shit down. And sometimes I gotta read an article. I gotta go over definition. I gotta put a term out, because when I make my opinion, you know that it's based on some factual shit. I'm not just popping some shit up my ass, or I'm trying to play politics with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, bro, watch this. That plan was so righteous for both of them, because no matter who win, like I say, if Shakur win, he got a small fee to pay. Devin, he was gonna do like Terrence Crawford and drop the fucking belts anyways. You feel me? And go to 140. So he would have never had to worry about the payment. So it was gonna work out for both of them, one way or the other. They both probably would have made history at 135, both been undisputed or whatever, you know. Like, man, come on, man. That would have been game changer.
True. But yeah, I like that point, man. I like outside of the box thinkers and people that, like, even for Boom to be a boxer, to talk that way, because this is what I came to the conclusion, I'm about to put this Usyk, we about to get onto this Usyk thing after I say this. I came to this conclusion the other day. Well, I thought about it a while ago, and I said, you know what? I get the pause. I'll take a second every time we have a big fight, and I think about what happens after the big fight. You know what I found? Y'all know what I found after the big fight? What happened?
What happened?
People get online and complain and drive a new narrative, or find some shit to be unhappy and
the ones that sour. Yeah, the sour, the motherfuckers that lost.
And look, and this is what I say. I say, man, now, when I look at it, the reason why back in the day, I think big fights, what happened is it was two parts. One, they wasn't making that kind of money, and they had to fight. Like, they actually had to fight. Like, it wasn't optional. Like, you had a couple exceptions to the rules, like the Sugar Ray Leonards. You had the Ali's, to where they was breaking the bank. They was making so much bread, like, comparable to now. It was ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had to fight. But the other thing is this: if somebody took a loss, guess what? It's either going to be a rematch, or they're going to go take that shit out on this guy over there. They're going to get their lick back. And that knockout, that knockdown, that whatever it was, that shit'll be, okay, it's on my record. But I'm going to fuck you up now. And then I'm going to fuck you up now. With us, these people, these boxers, these fighters, they build up so much of a cachet. And they got this big ball, and now they finally get into the bread. And then they offer themselves up to make the big fight. If they fall short, it's like getting kicked off of that motherfucking cliff on the 300. So guess what's gonna happen? They're not gonna be open to doing it. So that's why I gotta look at it sometimes and say, okay, why isn't this person not taking that fight? Because the fall from grace is going to be something that they're not going to be able to bounce back from. Now, as a fan, I don't like thinking like that. I'll be on some predator shit. But this is what's going to happen, and this is why the big fight is. That's why it went down to where it's at now. Why? Because the way we act based on the outcome. Like even after, like when Brian Norman did what he did, he offered up that strike. He had that energy. He took that fight. He did that. Devin beat him, right? If we don't ingratiate him and support him, people ain't gonna be. They're not gonna have that energy and offer that strap up no more. They're not gonna do it.
Word.
Because then ain't gonna be like they gonna be like, man, well, if I lose, and this is why people be doing that shit where they like, nah, I ain't doing that right now. I'm gonna play the politics. I'm gonna act like it's this reason. I'm gonna go sign over here. I'm gonna say, no, my team got back and we ain't hit back. They gonna play all the political games they want because they know that fall from grace is gonna be too great to overcome. And their time to shine, their claim to fame, their 15 minutes is gonna be flatline. So that's what's gonna happen, man. If we don't have the right posture, if we don't be grateful for getting the big fights, if we don't speak on the big fight, if we don't kill narratives after the big fights to encourage more big fights.
Exactly
And the
narrative.
fighters in particular, encourage
Yes,
them.
This is exactly why I said narratives have to be stopped. Like, there can't be no more of this because it's destroying our sport. But check this out. This ain't the only thing that's destroying our sport. It's not only the narratives, but it's Jake Paul too. Because, bro, you're coming in and stepping your foot in front of fighters with just money. Not titles, not legacy, not accolade, not nothing. It's just money. And that's ruining the sport of boxing because guys already are suffering trying to fight just to make money. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, why come into sport and just throw millions and millions and millions of dollars, especially at somebody like Tank Davis or Anthony Johnson? Like, it just does not make sense. It does not make sense. Why don't you put these millions of dollars together and make a big ass amateur event? Create another big amateur tournament or something. But to come in and ruin the professional side of things is disgusting, yo. And then people like this shit too. Like, people are out here like, yeah, that shit fire. I like Jake Paul. Whoopie-whoop. Jake Paul can fight. Jake Paul can this. That shit is disgusting, yo. And for you to fucking say that, you don't know boxing. You don't know what's in front of you.
I'm gonna tell you the most disgusting stat or fact that I can come up with. And bro, I might be the only person that's not a big Terrence Crawford fan, but I gotta respect him. And the biggest, saddest part is more people know Jake Paul than they know Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Like, bro, a person might randomly tell me about the Jake Paul fight the other night, but when I bring up Terrence Crawford, they be like, who? I be like, what? I be like, you didn't see the Terrence Crawford and Canelo fight? They don't even know it.
Look, I knew it was a problem, and I was like, man, it's damn near impossible to overcome now, man. I mean, I knew it back when something was going on, and somebody came over. The cable people came over, and they saw me. I think they saw me watching something on boxing. They were like, "Oh, you in the box?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I got a channel," and he's like, "Oh, man, I can't wait for that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight." I looked. And they looked at me like, they looked at my face, and I looked at them, and they looked at me like something was wrong. And I'm like, because in my mind, I was like, what the fuck? Like, out of all the boxing, but that's what they was on. They was on that Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. That's all. So I was like, man, damn. Like,
yeah, bro,
I was like, that's where we at. Like, that's where we at. And see, the thing is, we encourage, man, AC been around. I said the same thing. I said the thing about Turkey. I said the thing about Jake. It's like I seen it like coming in waving the money around. For one, it messed up the boxing economy. Like a lot of times it fucked up the boxing economy. And I saw this because I was looking at it from a business perspective a long time ago. I was like, man, I've never seen so many people so eager to outsource the work. I said, can't nobody come on your block and do that shit. Can't nobody come on your block and say I'm about to set up shop. Like that shit, like when you look at that, you look at Power. You look at Power, like that Power. Me and my lady, we be laughing at you. When you look at Power Force with Tommy going to Chicago, that shit ain't happening. Power Force, he ain't nobody coming on your block and setting up shop. Not no foreign motherfucker.
Hey, I'm gonna say, sure enough, not no rich kid. Imagine a rich kid trying that shit.
Yeah, like a rich kid, a foreigner. Like, no, there ain't no fucking way. It take time. It's gonna take some generations. Like, you gonna have to be vetted. Like, because look at what happened. They wound up being. That's why I came up with the Trojan horse shit. I was like, these dudes are just in there for. So I look at the longevity. I care about the sport for the long haul. Yeah, I want these boxers to get paid, but like I'm looking like long way, and I didn't see anything good from it. Like a couple flat, just like everything else. Just like when the PPP loans hit, and everybody was doing it. A couple people gonna get, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get over. But on the grand scheme, it's gonna fuck up everybody. And look what happened. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's get into this wild Usyk shit, man.
Man, bro, this shit is disgusting. Y'all, man. Oh man.
See, I ain't gonna lie, I'm bomb squad. Like, I don't expect him to win, but I still, I definitely support him. I would want him to win. I don't expect him to win.
Why watch him get knocked out again, bro? Like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. It's not good for the sport, yo. And Deontay, if he really wants to come back and really have this type of shot and not just be given the opportunity, needs to climb back up. He needs to show that he got that grit again.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, bro.
I'm right here with the thumbnail.
Usyk kind of old though.
Wardley looking at Usyk saying, "Why did you drop your belt to fight me?" To send him an offer.
Man,
I beat the guy that you were saying. I beat the guy you were saying you wanted to fight next.
Yes.
And we had a great fight. There's a lot of momentum off of that. You could have made a good bag fighting me, but you think you're gonna make the money fighting Wilder that you would make fighting me off the momentum? Yeah, okay.
With the same performance? With the same exact results?
Good.
But let me read this. Let me read this real quick so I want to put it out there the right way though. So everybody know, like even the listeners, not just us.
Right.
This is according to ESPN, right? The title is Alexander Usyk targets Deontay Wilder as next heavyweight opponent. It says, and this came out on the 1st. Unified heavyweight world champion Alexander Usyk has identified Deontay Wilder as his next opponent, describing the American as the first option for his next fight. Usyk, 24-0 with 15 knockouts, made history by stopping Daniel Dubois at Wembley Stadium in July, becoming a 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. However, he subsequently vacated his WBO belt, paving the way for Fabio Wardley to become the full champion. I spoke with my team and said he is the first option, Usyk said, speaking to Boxing King Media. Usyk expressed his desire to face Wilder, citing the American's reputation as a formidable puncher and former WBC world champion. I want to fight Deontay Wilder. I think it's interesting, Usyk said. He is a world champion guy, a very famous and strong guy, one of the great heavyweights of the last 10 years. Wilder, 44-4-1, 43 knockouts, has struggled since his trilogy with Tyson Fury, suffering back-to-back stoppage defeats to Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang. His recent return to the ring saw him stop little-known Terrell Anthony Herndon in the 7th round, despite Wilder's decline. Usyk believes facing him would be a compelling matchup. Now, this is not the article. That's not the one that I had read the other day, but basically, because I couldn't find it. I was sitting there trying to find it in that build-up, but I didn't email. I normally send it to myself so I know right where it's at. But basically what he said was, had Joseph Parker, this is the interesting thing. This is why I say it's strategic. Had Joseph Parker won, he would have fought Joseph Parker. But he said that fighting Wardley is not interesting to him, and he would rather fight Wilder. And I'm thinking, at this point in time, like, you didn't want to fight him before, like, why now? And this is where I'm at. Deontay Wilder got some OnlyFans. I heard a community, because they had a resurgence here. One of their key members then came back, and that shit was funny as hell, man. I seen the motherfucker change his whole costume, you know what I'm saying, today watching this shit. And one of their leaders came back, and they are going to champion Wilder going back in here to do this. And I'm like, man, now is not the right time. And it's only because they can monetize off of him and make content off of this dude, man. Because I don't know, man. We gonna talk about this shit. Do y'all think Wilder is ready to face Alexander Usyk right now?
No, not in the slightest. I didn't have Wilder beating Usyk.
Not even in a dream world, bro. Not even
Yeah,
even
yeah.
in my
I didn't have
closest
it.
dream.
I didn't have him beating him when when Usyk first got up to the heavyweights. I was like, Usyk is gonna
Yeah.
be the dude that beats all of the top guys, and some dudes just like, nah, you tripping. I'm like, that dude could box, man. He's a smaller frame guy that has a different twitch muscle memory when it comes down to, dealing with larger, more lethargic moving type dudes. So I was like,
Who?
he
Can
just
I,
gonna simply outbox him, outpoint him, and more than likely he could probably TKO the dude. It's not even gonna be fun to watch. Oh,
hey, and
I'm like, bro.
Hey, in his prime, he would have knocked Usyk out, bro.
Not even in his prime.
yeah,
Definitely.
it would have just been a closer, better fight. But
No,
listen,
because
Anthony Joshua had him out on his feet. He was he in great condition, or he on something. I don't know what it is, but he was still up. It happened like twice.
Calico, you're a Wilder fan, true.
I'm not even
right?
an Anthony Joshua fan. I'm telling you what Anthony Joshua.
No, I'm not talking.
Wilder hit harder than Anthony Joshua.
But what I'm saying is this: Usyk's jab is better than Arthur Spilker's jab. So if Wilder couldn't get around in his prime, if he couldn't get around Spilker's jab, and if Spilker didn't make those started to get cute, Wilder was gonna lose that fight being embarrassingly outboxed with a simple jab and a 1-2.
Hey,
Spilker was fucking that dude up. I was like, bro, I don't know when they're gonna stop this fight, but I'm scared that it's gonna happen within the next.
Like, I've never even heard of that fight. That's before he was a champ, right?
Yeah, no. This was one of his fights after he got. I think it might have been his third fight. It might have been his third or fourth fight after he got his belt.
Hey,
check this out though. Let me ask y'all this before y'all continue to, be on this Deontay shit. Who all agrees that Deontay deserves to fight Usyk right now? Like, if you agree, just say like, yo, yeah, I agree. He should fight Usyk. Like, who all is on this panel? Like, yeah, let's see Deontay.
If this is his last fight, he might as well go all the way out.
Hey,
but Calico, hold on, Calico, hold on. Let me ask you. I always say I've never been the biggest Wilder fan, but I do care about boxers, bro. I just got done talking about G-Man. We just got to talk about these guys to where it's like Wilder came out, and I used to hate when he used to do this, but he used to come out bragging about how much money he had. Oh man, it's not about the money, man. Listen, I done made more than enough money. It's like, man, bro, they are setting this man up because they know that he is not in the right. Look at the gauntlet Usyk just look at the level of activity in the gauntlet Usyk just went through, and look at the state and the decline on where Wilder at. They will set it up to where it's like, don't you know that if Breland wouldn't have did what he did, they was going to let Fury. Like, they were gonna let Fury, like, when you say go out on your shield, they were gonna damn near let Fury send this man to the upper room. If they would, if you know what I'm saying?
If they had their way. Yeah, if
they had their way. So why do we want our fighter to be able to go out like that against a guy like Usyk, who this is clearly a cherry pick? Because me and AC were talking about it. He's like number 13. It's like 12 other men that are more than willing. They might not be like a wild card like Wardley, because Wardley, in a sense, he's almost like not as dynamite of a right hand, but a nuclear right hand nevertheless. So it's looking like you dodged the young up and coming Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, not as deadly right hand, but a one stop change the game eraser type guy to go fight this dude that's like, it's clearly his punch resistance ain't there. This is heavyweight. I don't want to see Wilder get done like that, because who's going to be around to pay this man bills or help him, you know what I'm saying, if this shit go left?
Nah, Usyk ain't that devastating.
He said.
Usyk is what they used to say about Devin Haney.
Hey, you didn't just say that, and I'm going to act like you didn't just say that. Like, no, like, for real, because you ain't never seen a heavyweight. You've never seen a heavyweight have angles like Usyk.
No, that don't make.
You've never seen a
devastating.
heavyweight.
We talking about power, bro.
Bro, listen, bro.
I ain't talking about his
Listen, bro.
skill level. His
So
skill
when he
level
go
is
to
beyond the
Deontay,
heavyweight.
so when he go to Deontay body, then what? Because he ain't
What
really
they
got to
gonna
hit
do?
Deontay on the chin
Bro,
to
you
knock
can
him
stop
out.
him. That don't mean he ain't gonna damage no
Oh
organs or
man.
nothing. He'll be all right. Deontay gonna be all right. Hey, I ain't gonna
I'm
lie,
with
like
you, champ. You right? Yeah.
especially in his prime, bro. He didn't have no issues with no smaller men. I don't care what kind of skills he got, bro. He never had an issue until all of a sudden he fought a bigger man.
Deontay and his team, the only ones that believe in that, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
bro. I
That's
don't jump off the ship, bro. I don't
That's
jump
fine.
off.
I'm still listen. I'm still a Wilder fan. I just thought he could go out if he was gonna try to make a big fight. You know what? Right after AJ does this Jake Paul thing, you and AJ get in the ring. Y'all gonna get the biggest bag possible. It is what it is.
I miss Deontay. I miss the Deontay that we saw fight against Brazil, against the dude that had the dread. You know what I mean?
All that.
I don't
no,
know
that's
what
wild.
happened.
That wild motherfucker.
I don't know what happened to that.
No. When Wilder beat Bermain Stavern the first time, that going into Bermain Stavern, and I forgot the guy that he fought to get the fight with Bermain Stavern. Those two fights, that's when you
That was Brazil. That was Brazil. That what he said.
No, that wasn't Dominique Brazil.
Because Luis Ortiz was a great fight.
No. We going way back. We going
before that. Yeah.
Yeah, we going to the Haitian dude that he fought. That was the champion, Bermain Stavern, and the guy that he fought before he fought Bermain Stavern.
Yeah,
that was the best boxing Wilder you ever seen. He was a little bit more. He had a little bit more mass to him, but everything behind the jab. Everything he did was behind the jab. That's why. I started to really like him, because I was seeing a young Wilder and I was seeing a young AJ coming up, and I was like, yo, who? Both of these dudes is built like Greek gods and shit like that, and they knocking people the fuck out off of great boxing. Like, they set niggas up oh my God. So that's what made me like both of them. And then I saw Tyson Fury and I was like, oh my God, nah, this nigga's an anomaly. You're not. Whoever thought we was gonna see a fighter bigger than the Klitschko's?
I really still love Deontay. I'm not saying. I just don't see him beating Usyk. That's it. Honestly, but
Usyk is a Rubik's Cube.
This is what I'm gonna say. I was one of the people who really believed Deontay could beat Fury. I really thought
Well, he won that first one, but they cheated, my boy. That motherfucker was on the ground 10 seconds, bro.
But hear me out. This is what I'm saying. I really okay, so I didn't know about Deontay when he fought Stavern. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was not paying attention. I started paying attention after he fought I think it was right before Brazil. I can't remember off the top of my head like that. But what I'm saying is to say is I would love to see Deontay become champion again, but it's just the magnitude in which he's in front of, the people that he has to go through to get there. It's not back in the day no more. It's not like that no more. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying this to say, yo, if Deontay wants this title shot, he has to climb back up and show the world he deserves this title shot, not be given the title shot, bro. Y'all have to see where I'm coming from, because
I love that.
Because
you want what's best for him. You want what's best for him.
But I'm only saying that to say, we don't know if we get another Deontay Wilder, so why not climb back up and tear shit up again like you used to? You know what I mean? Just give us one more wild ride again.
That's real.
Just one more time.
If you ask me,
because I really like you, D. You cold.
bro, he need to fight Zhilei Zhang again. Because
see, you wilding. No.
Zhang was not beating him. Zhang was not beating him. He made that. Yeah, he made that rookie mistake. He made that rookie mistake and turned his back.
I say let him run into some butter me up fighters, some guys who can be right, And
No, I'm
then
saying,
when he win the strap,
bro,
he get beat by
he's about to fight Usyk.
Fabio Wardley, or you know what I mean?
Bro,
Something
he's
like
about
that.
to fight Usyk.
Bro, I know
Zali
that, but I'm
Zane
just
ain't
saying,
bro,
like, in
bro.
the
If you
fantasy world.
can't beat Zane, hang it up. Don't even play with Usyk.
Well, then
Knock-
tell Deontay that right now.
No, he can knock out Zane is what I'm trying to tell you. He can knock Zane out. Yeah. Definitely. And then knock Andy Ruiz out.
And he gonna make my boy spin around.
Yeah, then he gonna knock Andy Ruiz out. You hear me? Then, bro, that motherfucker got lucky, bro.
Yo,
bro, watch this.
Yo.
Watch this. That's just like when
Joe believe.
Bro, watch this. That's just like when Spence fought Ugas. When Spence fought Ugas.
Ugas could beat him in the rematch?
No. I'm saying
okay.
No, I'm saying when he made that mistake and he was out of position and Ugas got that free punch on him. Boom! If that would have been lights out, you would have been talking shit like this man couldn't have beat him in the rematch. Yes, he can. You feel me? That's the only thing happened. Zali Zane was not beating Deontay Wilder.
Yo, that's not comparable to the same
That's
way.
That's so comparable.
No.
That's so comparable.
Way off. You like, hey,
so
you like you shot the
I get the
3-point tray.
illustration. I get the illustration.
I see the illustration, but he shot the 3-point tray with Shaq right there. That was Shaq in the pool. Like, hold on, bro. What? Like, what? Are you serious, Calico? Like, no. Like
bro,
I said,
Zane,
I wish I had your belief, man.
Yeah, Zane wasn't really doing that, bro. He wasn't doing that.
Nah, hell no. If Zane touched that man again, I think it's lights out, like you said. Hang that shit up, like you said.
Nah, Zane is done. Zane ready to retire, and he can be the one to retire him.
Fuck, nah. Zane cool right now. Zane just, got to build back up.
Deontay could have beat Joseph Parker.
Bro, Zane and Deontay in the same boat.
Bro, I don't know what kind of meditation, yoga, ayahuasca, I don't know what it was. I didn't like it. He didn't need that therapy he was getting because he turned soft and real kind-hearted. I remember after the Parker fight, he was talking about, man, I'm just happy that
Deontay was mentally fucked up when he did that crying shit, man. I'm like, yeah, my boy gone.
Bro, after the Parker fight, Deontay Wilder said in the ring that he's just happy that we both get to go home to our families in one piece. I'm like, this ain't Deontay, man. What the fuck? Like, Deontay don't give a fuck about Joseph Parker and his wife and
this ain't
kids.
Deontay that's finna fight and beat Usyk either. I don't know what you want.
Hey.
Nah, he'll knock him out. He'll knock him out.
Whoa, he'll knock Usyk out?
He can't do nothing. What else can he do? What else can he do?
Shit.
What else can he do?
Oh, shit.
What else can he do?
You wildin'.
Yeah.
You off the chain.
I get it.
Like,
hey, yeah, he can
you
knock
like
him
a
out.
dog running loose. Stop it.
He can knock him out. And I hope he become mean. I hope he becomes so mean that even when he misses an elbow, I hope.
Bro, when Deontay missed that wild ass punch that he gonna throw,
like I'm talking about, he need to train with David Benavidez.
Nah.
That's what he need to do. He need to go train with Benavidez and pull out some of them dirty tricks. Them elbows really help. They really help.
Who the last nigga? Hey, let me ask you this, Calico, on some real shit. Who the last nigga he fought? The last dude
that nigga that was running for his life.
Who is that?
Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter.
So tell Deontay keep fighting some of them niggas. And then we gonna see about this shit with Usyk in a little bit. You feel me?
Hell nah, we ready. Nah, we ready to turn back up.
Tell Deontay, be like, yo, bro, I think it's best if you go fight in Kansas City one more time. You know what I mean? Just get your feet wet a little bit more.
No, he is finna fight one more time. He is finna fight.
Getting wet.
Is this about the money?
He got one more.
Or he really? You think he got? He like Rocky? It's something in the basement.
Fuck no, he ain't.
It's definitely in there. It's definitely in there. It's definitely in there.
That's my boy, that's my boy, and I know for it. He not no damn George Foreman.
Yeah. He's stronger than George. Yeah, one punch power. One punch power.
What kind of yak you got over there, Calico, man?
Greatest puncher we ever seen, bro. Deontay Wilder.
Now he be in the argument. He definitely has. I still want to know what kind of yak you sipping on over there.
Yeah, see, bro. We all know that Bacoli punched like Foreman, so it's not even a real form. Like these men are so powerful that they got a 1-inch punch. I ain't gonna lie, they're very, very powerful.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it is. That 1-inch punch. That's all they got. But and it hurt, but it ain't nothing like one of them big bangers from Deontay.
Yeah, man. You really. Hey, how many T-shirts from Deontay? Like, how many Wilder shirts you got?
I'm gonna go get me some, man. I'm late.
Man, you should have already had them the way you talking.
Yeah, I'm
Ain't
gonna
no
start a resurgence. You feel me? Bomb
way. Man,
squad.
you crazy.
Like he gonna be known. He gonna be known for that one hitter quitter. And for me, what I give Wilder in that sense is when he was with Breland taught him how to recognize that moment that you shoot that 1-1-2 and going to sleep every time, or you just recognize that moment where you see them coming in and they're off balance, and you just throw the hook. It doesn't even have to have all your power in it because you might take somebody's life. But if you just throw it with just a little snap on it, they all going to sleep. So Breland kept him simple, effective for what you do. When you got rid of Breland, then it's like the faith pendulum. If faith was a scale, right now, Wilder, as much as I would want to be like, yeah, my nigga Wilder back, yo, he about to sleep, Usyk at 40. Watch this shit. Again, it's not there. That timing, that bomb squad effect is gone because you don't have that. You used to back up, read it, and then just throw that probe out. And as soon as they fall for it, you like, boom, stupid. That was the thing that for me, knowing that you weren't the most skillful fighter, but I gave you credit that not everybody could walk off the street delivering UPS and within a year and a half make it to the Olympics and then grab.
All I'm saying is that counter ain't there no more. That counter he used to have with the right hand.
Yeah, but it's the timing. I don't think it was the counter. It was just the timing and having that whole vision of being able to read the entire body. That's something special that Breland had, Tommy Hearns had. And if you go down the lineage of who put Breland on, it was Tommy Hearns.
My nigga Wilder.
He was getting that.
Yeah, he was getting that hitman.
He was getting that hitman read on how to deliver it because when you look at when you look at what's the name, Mark Breland, and then when you look at Wilder, they all are the same body type basically.
Deontay bumper gone, his bumper gone, the rod.
Man, Usyk gonna have to be careful, bro.
My man door missing, the mirror gone. Like,
bro, Usyk have to be careful playing with him, bro.
Man, Usyk, the way he be training be looking disgusting, man.
Nah.
Like,
I know you didn't watch his last motherfucking one, bro.
I did, bro. That shit was nasty. He was chasing the nigga just like you said.
No, watch this. I guarantee
the way that nigga was falling all over the ring.
Watch this. Just like with Haney, with his last matchup.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I know, but before the fight, I wondered, did you say it was beautiful when you saw that pad work? That pad work was phenomenal.
I was excited.
Phenomenal. I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder, pad work last time was probably the greatest I ever seen from him. I was like impressed. I knew he could knock that next dude out, and like he just wanted to get some confidence under him. But he didn't knock the dude out because the dude.
Hey man, what did you rolling up over there, bro?
Yeah, I got that gas. But anyway,
I could tell. I could tell you high off that shit. Cause
I'm high off life. You feel me? Like I can recall. I can recall a lot of Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like people ain't been linking up watching fights since. We ain't linked up and watched no fight.
Who gonna win, AJ or Wilder? Who gonna win, AJ or Wilder? Right now as we speak.
You know who gonna win? Deontay. Which one could take a little bit of punch? Not goddamn AJ. AJ can't take.
Who gonna win, Deontay or Dubois right now?
Who? Or Dubois?
Yeah.
Man, Dubois gonna have a freak nick the night before. He gonna get whooped too.
Oh my fucking.
He just had a freak nick the night before his biggest fight of his life.
Hey, who gonna win, Deontay or Caballero?
Caballero can go all the way to the end. Like that dude he probably can fight 15 rounds, so he can beat almost anybody. But he's not skilled. Y'all give him too much credit. He ain't got no damn skill like Usyk. He can't beat
But
Usyk.
who's gonna win out of Deontay and Caballero?
I already told you, the motherfucker got too much endurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now
and
you
a high work rate. High work rate.
Who gonna win, Fabio Wardley or Deontay?
See, boom, you're not understanding the fan.
Bro, ain't nobody knocking out a young bull like that. That's what I'm saying.
No,
But
I'm just
understanding the fan.
So you got to outwork
Bro.
him. He would have to outwork him. Deontay would not outwork him.
Okay. Who will win, Moses Atama or
Come on,
You
man.
can keep asking them
I love
100 fighters,
I love Atama. Atama the next. He the next one, but until Benavidez get there.
Wow. Benavidez at heavyweight, huh?
Yeah, he gonna beat all their ass. I want him to fight Usyk in 2 years.
What Wilder gonna do to Usyk?
Man, he might ruin him.
Dude, what the fuck?
Bro, Andy Ruiz ruined Anthony Joshua, bro. Andy Ruiz ruined Anthony Joshua.
I didn't even mean to say that on the podcast. I thought I was muted, y'all.
I'm saying, bro, you never know who's gonna ruin a fighter. Like people thought Ryan Garcia ruined Devin. Like you never know who the fighter gonna be that's gonna ruin. Bro, you can't play with people. I'm telling you.
You've been sparring like lately?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want me to have brain damage? Look at
you. No. No. I'm just making sure you ain't mixing it.
Concussed. He's having concussed.
Listen, boom.
Man,
You're making an argument, right?
So I ain't taking
I'm devil's advocate, man.
Yeah,
Nice
you're making an
nice
argument for a
Angel.
person that would have been like when George Foreman was talking about coming back, how people was like, nah, you going whatever, and George is gonna have to be moved in a certain manner and shit like that.
Yeah. I like Calico because he likes to fuck with me.
Stuck on his side, man. It's like those George Foreman fans. When George Foreman came back, man, you couldn't argue. Like one of my uncles, you couldn't he had George Foreman beating everybody when George came back.
Rightfully so.
Nope, I don't care. That man could have been going 22 years. He's still coming back and with all these young boys. I was like, I don't think I hear what you're saying, bro. I'm telling you, a couple of these young fighters, man, they're coming up. And if slow ass George Foreman get in the ring with some of these young dudes that started their journey at 168 and stuff like that and started moving up, they gonna be the dudes that beat George Foreman ass because they gonna have movement that
that big guys don't have.
Ali didn't even afford him because Ali decided to just lay on the ropes and punch him out and not use his footwork. But these dudes is gonna rely on their footwork and the mere fact that they can let them hands go. And you look at some of them younger guys who came up who put hands on
Evander. Him and Evander, that was wild.
Yeah.
Evander don't got no mercy, but at the same time, goddamn Foreman is a legend.
Yeah,
and he proved it.
Yeah,
again and again.
He stepped away from boxing for more than a decade and then came back and became a champion. That is what boxing legends do.
Bro, hey, tell me on my line. Holyfield was trying to put him in the dirt.
Yeah.
But goddamn, he ain't going.
Yeah.
Foreman ain't going, bro.
But and all I'm saying is this: when I look at Usyk, and I look at this whole fight with Wilder, as a diehard Wilder fan, I'm not liking it. I don't know where he's at and what he's on. Maybe he's found that next lane, the second win. He realized I could get this timing and I can get this sight without Mark Breland. And if I can get back to that, getting my timing back, then a lot of these dudes ain't got a real chance with me because when you look at it, that fight with him and Fury, the last one, them dudes was putting each other on the ground.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying? And when you look at Fury's record of all the fighters that knocked him down, there's one guy that knocked him down 5 fucking times.
Yeah, and the one with Usyk, he was still on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? So he never landed.
Like, it's the nostalgia of the hope and the prayer that he can just catch him. Usyk gets too comfortable, and you feel what I'm saying. He catches him because we saw those moments where Tyson Fury caught him and it looked like he was hurt in the first fight. You could go with the wishful thinking for that, and that's probably where my faith in Wilder winning this fight starts and begins. You feel what I'm saying? Or he could fucking Devin Haney and come out and just do some shit that we all like. What the fuck? Or even a Rolly and say, wait a minute.
Come out there like he hypnotized.
Wilder just outpoint Usyk.
like he hypnotized, bro. You feel me?
But that, for me, I don't know if that old dog has that new trick. Not without the help of Breland. And that's I'm sorry whoever his new trainer is, but I'm just like, the best Wilder I've ever seen was when it was that combination of JD's, Breland, and I forgot the other dude who was part of his strength and conditioning. When it was those guys, I was like, yeah, he's developing. And then he got the belts and got that money and was like, yo, I just want to knock people out. That's all I want to do. I ain't got time to learn all the boxing shit. Huh?
You fell in love with the power.
Yeah.
And at his state, he should have, as the older he got, he should have been developing his skill set. Almost like, adding wrinkles. I would say add wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of like Roy's problem. Roy was more athletic and getting away. See, Floyd was doing stuff like that too. Floyd could do some stuff that, like, back and straight back. Because he's athletic enough to do it. But Floyd had the technical prowess to be able to stay the distance and make all kind of adjustments. He could beat you so many different ways. But with these guys like Roy, not being as technical, relying on his athleticism, Deontay relying on that power and not adding the wrinkles, so that as he got older, you know, and to Calico's point, that's pretty interesting. Like, you a good salesman, man. Because I always say this about Wild. I was like, man, he was all right whenever he was, I call it, punching down. But because everybody made that excuse, and I said, man, when they get up to heavyweight, you can't do that. Like, once you pass over the threshold to heavyweight, a heavyweight is a heavyweight. You know, so it was cool when you was punching down on these guys that was heavyweight, but you was taller and longer than. But the minute you gotta fight somebody where you ain't taller than and longer than,
he showed fear. Seemed like
So you got a point. What's up, man, Lazar?
Guys, espérate, my bad. Sorry. What's up, guys?
What's going on,
man?
Oh, good. I was listening to you guys. We're talking about what? The fight with Usyk versus Wilder. Yeah. Oh my God. Why? You know, that's my only question. Why? Like, God.
Hey, Alazar, it's that clip of Porque.
Yes, like that. Like what world? Like what? I don't know who is gonna make the bag. Who is the money? Like, because I don't know. Like Wilder bring that crowd again. Like so many Americans gonna go for Wilder right now. Like, you know, Usyk, yeah, he will sell, but you can have anybody else. But whatever.
Listen, man, I think just like what the title say, man. I think Usyk, man, respectfully, man, Usyk is cherry picking right now, man. I think they got Wilder lined up, man. Because listen, I'm going by all the people who were saying, because listen, it's a narrative out here. It's a narrative out here that Turkey set him up because he gave him opportunities and he had to come back. He say, look, they be saying, look at Wilder. They made him come back against Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang. I'm like, well, to do what Boom was saying earlier as far as climbing back, you would think you got to climb back, like you gotta get back in there. And they said that Turkey set him up by doing that. So coming straight back and getting Usyk, the guy that's the apex guy, the top of the totem pole, the one that's been more active, and for AJ Fury, see Usyk, he's really just trying to complete the notches on his belt. See, he's trying to get Fury, AJ, Wilder. So Wilder just another notch in the belt, and he already got this man lined up. You can't tell me that he's already seeing and knowing that, okay, I can get this dude because he ain't himself no more. Because where was this energy when Wilder was out here cold cocking motherfuckers?
Oh no, he wasn't in. But let me see if I can explain myself real quick. I don't feel that mad with Usyk cherry picking, because let's see, like he have all this tough fight so far, you know, and was mandatories and these and mandatory that, and you know, so one cherry pick is not bad. It's not that bad. But Wilder, damn, you know, like I'm not, you know, one easy fight because you have it like last four fight was so tough. So okay, está bien. So in the meantime, like mid fight, whatever. But damn, Wilder, you can. Bakole wasn't that bad, you know.
I think you would have been happy with a young cherry pick of like a Richard Torres or Tama or somebody, right?
Yeah.
Hey, put it like this.
We'll sound better.
Hey, if Tyson Fury is the measuring stick, because that's their common opponent, then we would obviously say that Usyk is gonna win. But you better realize he can get hurt. Because Tyson Fury should be that measuring stick. We said he's been down 5 times fucking around with Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Like but this is buyer beware, man. I'm telling you. Like cherry pick all you want. One of them cherries might have a worm in it.
I'm gonna say it like this.
No Wilder.
I'm more in line with the duck. It's a strategic duck. But it's a duck because the perception of it all is, number one, you drop your belt to face Wardley, right? That's number one. And then number two, we hear that, you know, you sent Wilder an offer. You feel me? I think it was maybe not the last show, but a show before that, me and Body was cooking on the heavyweights and what would be next and what's going to happen with Usyk and blah, blah, blah. And jokingly, I don't remember who was up here, but somebody said, what if it's Wilder? And we all just started laughing. You feel what I'm saying? But to say what I'm saying is this. Wilder has always been the Turk's guy. I think people may forget that the Turk gave this dude 2 custom Bentleys. One was a bomb squad Bentley, and the other one was just a regular Bentley that the bomb squad Bentley was built upon. And you didn't see the video where they had where Wilder was at the car and shit like that. He got the whole Saudi garb on with the glasses and stuff.
I didn't know how much of that was true. That's deep. I like that.
No, he's right there in the car, and the dude's like, "Yeah, this is yours. This is a car we custom made for you."
I'm thinking that. I thought it was hearsay. I'm glad to know. That's tight.
Yes. So
let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all something. I asked you AC. I asked you, but let's say Tank, right? Let's just say Tank. They mandated Floyd Schofield to fight Tank. He in that line. He's next up. This is real. This is a real situation. This could be a real situation because Floyd is next up. They mandate Floyd to fight Tank. Tank say, fuck that shit, drop his belt, and then say, I'm going to go fight George Kambosos at 35. What would happen? What would they say?
Oh my God.
How would they paint that?
That will be a month of freaking crazy content. Talking mad shit.
I can't believe
God.
Tank just ducked it. Oh my God, Tank is the worst ducking in all the universe. He just ducked all the real smoke at 35. And all of a sudden, Floyd Schofield is now a world beater who's been on a tirade of just knocking dudes out stupid, and Tank is afraid of that real smoke because they're gonna quote where, yeah, but y'all remember when Tank said he don't want to lose.
We know. We all know.
Like, what fighter says, yeah, I'm going out tomorrow and you know what, I'm just tired of boxing, I'm ready to lose. It's, you know,
get it over with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's
tired
how
of winning
I feel,
and making
man.
money, you know, let me lose.
I'm divided because Usyk, Usyk is undisputed. That's why I put strategic. I'd have been a little bit more, I wouldn't have been as careful if Usyk wasn't the guy at heavyweight. He gave me hope, and I'm like, okay, but I always put the guys like that, I put them at a certain standard because they set precedents. Like these guys we looking at now, like Usyk and what he's doing, he's setting the precedents. Shakur, what he's doing, he's setting the precedents. Devin, what he's doing right now, he's setting the precedents. Tank isn't the only one that's setting the precedents, contrary to popular belief, right? But he's setting the precedents. That means is that it's young people right now, and it's intermediate people, it's people in the sport that's looking at the move that they're making. So when they do this all the time, when they get to a point in time and they get ready to make a move, them and all their millions to come out and say, oh, well, I mean, you see how he did it. Like, cause listen, Boots and them are trying to do the same thing that Bud did right now. Their job, like trying to do it to where they feel like they don't gotta, and all the people are making these talking points to where they don't gotta do nothing. Like, even though he's next generational talent, he is a generational talent. They're making the move like they can do the things that Bud did. It's like those are two different situations. But yeah, Bud has set a precedence to where it's like there are going to be. I heard it today. I'm not making this up. I heard it today with an interview with Teofimo. Teofimo Lopez said that if he beats Shakur Stevenson, he wants to jump up to 160 and fight Bud. That's precedence, bro. I'm telling you, and this is how boxing works. That shit that Conor Ben did, look at what they did now. Conor Ben jumped up from welterweight, drained Eubanks, who's a 68er, drained him with a rehydration, fought him twice, beat him the second time, and now look at where he's ranked at welterweight right now. Because precedence has been set. This is how boxing is looking funny, and they moving funny, bro.
Yeah, it's if you are willing to dare and do something and you pull it off, you feel what I'm saying? You earn a certain privilege, and that precedence gets you privileges. So once you earn those privileges, we got to remember, this is also entertainment. So when you do something like that, you're gonna hit the entertainment in the red zone of the entertainment meter. You feel what I'm saying? And once you in that red zone of the entertainment meter, everybody is talking about you. You hit that marker to where all like casuals like the cable guy who was like, I can't wait for that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. That becomes their radar. That becomes on their radar because they're like, yo, I heard about this Conor Ben guy that went up 2 weights like Terrence Crawford did. He basically did the same thing Crawford did. And they're gonna equate that to the same thing Terrence Crawford did with Canelo. So it has a fucked up value to it, but it's a meaningful value when you put yourself and understanding how to maneuver in the business of boxing.
Yeah, it's all fine and dandy. I understand. It's definitely entertainment, but it's going to be good until it's not good. Like
Exactly.
like this. Like let's just say AJ, this AJ shit with Jake Paul. Let's just say he's sending this man to the upper room. It's going to be all these people that's hindsight of 2020 who basically right now is saying, "Oh man, that's way better." Like you don't hear all that murmuring and all that they heard when it was Tank and all that, you know what I'm saying, even though it was classified as an exhibition. But now it's gonna be a real fight, and that's at heavyweight, bro. I don't care how soft you think AJ is. If it ain't nothing in the contract and this shit is legit, AJ is going to spark. Like Jake Paul gonna have to walk around with a diaper on because he gonna spark the shit out of him. And then look, this is another example. Let's say Tank is at 135. Let's say he go up to 147 and he put a rehydration. Let's say he go up to 147 and he would have put a rehydration clause on Devin, and he fucking cracked. He hit Devin the way he would hit one of these other guys, and something happened, because that's what could have happened with Conor Ben and Eubanks, him being dehydrated like that and getting hit in the head like that. So it's good until it's not good. It's good until these freak shows and the entertainment have somebody out here like the G-Man once again.
Yeah, they're gonna be asking the question like, I don't know how boxing got here to put a YouTuber in the ring with a real heavyweight champion. I mean, we've lost the message, and we've lost the talking point, and we may have lost the fans because this type of thing was acceptable and we cheered for it. Now we're looking at an unfortunate situation. Okay, so what if AJ doesn't send him up to the upper rim but paralyzes the shit?
Exactly. That's real. That can really happen, bro. Like if AJ take this shit seriously, bro, and he going there like what he did with Ngannou, he going there, he hit Jake Paul like he did with Ngannou, and he collapsed like that.
I'm laughing because
no.
It would be like he smacks him like that. I literally see Jake Paul hitting the canvas and then sliding halfway out the ring, even though they're on the opposite side of the ring. So,
hey, watch this. Like nobody, like I ain't gonna say nobody, because I'm sure people's fellow countrymen probably cared, but nobody cared when I say a name like Jen Sasaki. You know what I'm saying? But if Jake Paul gets Jen Sasaki, it's gonna impact people so they can finally understand this is serious.
Yeah, but I'm
fine
with
that's at the very least, though, Calico.
I know it could be worse.
I want
a lot worse.
Bro, you guys don't understand. I explained to Buddy why. You feel me? Like Jake Paul, we the Puerto Rican adopt him. Yeah, he's for real. He's a Boricua. He built gyms over there.
Oh my God.
He got for real. He got people working. He promoted a lot of Puerto Rican boxers. So if you see the when he do the poster,
he's a citizen of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, no, dude. When you see the poster of the fight, is Jake Paul with the Puerto Rican flag and the American flag, and AJ with the British flag. You feel me? Like that.
Wow.
Yes. Look at the poster. Look at that's why we are with him. We're
making
backing
it about
him up like
Puerto
fool.
Rican pride, baby.
Sí, eres Puerto Rican pride now.
Go
Puerto
ahead,
Rican
Body.
pride.
Tell him, Body.
Body.
Dime, Body.
That's why we back him up. Like that's our gringo now. That's like that's our gringo.
Y'all gringo, huh?
Goddamn Boricuas ain't got no gringo.
Nah, so that's our gringo. That's our okay. Dale, we adopt you. Efe, venga. You don't have fans, we got you.
Damn.
What up, Smoke?
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We can so crazy. Why would you want I say? We're crazy. We adopt people like Apple, you know. I don't care. You're gonna be good with us. You're gonna represent the flag. Yeah, okay.
That's why many people go to Puerto Rico and never come back, and many people go to Puerto Rico and fall in love.
Yeah, Crawford is adopted in Puerto Rico. Oh my God, people are since way before he defeat Canelo. When Crawford have no fans over here, Puerto Rico got him. You feel me? Because he got the WBO. Keishan, we was almost adopting Keishan, but then he did that with the weight that they're making the weight and all that BS. So they're kind of mad. Shakur, because he put the Puerto Rican flag in one of the fight. Now they're saying, "Oh yeah, he's Puerto Rican. He's half Puerto Rican. He born over here." Some people are saying that he been born over there and stuff. You know, for real.
That's crazy.
Yo, but hey,
But that's what's up though. Yo, man, you got to give Puerto Rican fans, that level of respect, because y'all will take it to the level of a Mexican or a UK fan, but then there's some fighters you like, ay Dios mío, that fucking guy is basura, bro.
yeah, bro, sometimes we adopt this boxer, but then we're super mean with our own boxer.
Yeah,
Or sometimes,
yeah.
oh no, you're not speaking proper Spanish. You're not Puerto Rican. Motherfucker, your whole family are Puerto Ricans and stuff. They just, like, what's wrong with you? But no, but then somebody else that have no heritage and all, oh yeah, you're one of ours.
Yeah.
We're like that fucking retarded sometimes, but it is what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop, what it do, bro?
Huh?
No, talk Pop.
Smoke, what's going on? Pop? What's on your mind, man?
But he done stepped away, fixing himself a drink. But at the end of the day, man, I'm dying to see. There's a certain level that if the fight does get made, it's like I actually am gonna be a person that says, you know what, I want to see it. I just want to see how it goes. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, that's
the Usyk and Wilder fight.
Yeah, if Wilder come back and do some shit like what Devin did to Brian Norman, man, I'm gonna have to investigate Calico, man. He might, he might be a real insider or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if he come back and he look super crispy, punch resistance up there, he fuck around and catch Usyk and sleep him, man. I'm like. I think it's predatory, man, what he's doing. I think that's like they want to make an example out of him, man. And I don't, and the backlash and all the cheating allegations and all of that, I hope he's ready, because if he go in there and he do what he normally do, go upstairs, downstairs and run and tire this dude out and then go for that kill shot, because I didn't see him doing that to Dubois like that. I thought Dubois had a real shot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Me too. But you know what?
Going into the fight
in the press conference, Usyk won in the press conference. Like he made Dubois feel like a 9-year-old, and Usyk was the father. You feel me? Like you can see it in the press conference how he overcome him, like mentally. And when they get in the ring, was just a little kid fighting a grown-ass man, and
see,
boop.
To me, Usyk has always been. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. You go.
I was gonna say, for me, when it comes down to Usyk, he's just one of those fighters that if he beats you the first time, he's gonna beat you even more impressive the second time. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, the controversy in the first fight just had him going in there looking at that Dubois fight. For the second one was like, all right, I got to destroy this guy, because people are saying he won the fight because he hit me with that body shot. You feel what I'm saying?
I was one of those.
And they gave him like a half an hour to recover and shit.
Yeah, so he was like, all right, now I got to go in there and still make a statement, because even after that, the dude quit, and I believe he still got the stoppage in the first one, and then it's like, okay, now I'm gonna stamp that stoppage. So for me, when I look at Usyk, he's one of those fighters that I just look at and automatically say, I don't bet against this guy. Yeah. He's not going to be somebody I'm going to bet against.
that victory over Dubois and the way Dubois destroy AJ, that's why I give Jake a chance. Because like Dubois make AJ look like just a freaking bomb for destroy him like he don't know how to box or nothing.
Let me ask you
And
something,
then
Miller.
Usyk took Dubois and did the same shit, like school him and just like destroy him like nothing. I was like, what?
Milazar, let me ask you something. Be honest about your stepbrother.
Dale, yeah.
What would happen if Dubois got in the ring with Jake Paul right now?
Oh, Dubois, how you say, go destroy Jake Paul, destroy him.
Exactly.
Like I think Dubois will beat Jake Paul. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you I'm just making sure you maintain the level of reasonableness when it comes down.
Yeah.
to
The
Paul
reason I
fight.
give him a chance is the way Dubois, because first was the Mexican, then Dubois, but then Dubois got freaking destroyed by Usyk like an amateur, like and Dubois, I know he got hands. You feel me? Like that's why.
This is my theory, y'all. And I believe we missed out on a whole nother trilogy, and it would have prolonged all three of their careers. These three guys, AJ, Andy Ruiz, and Wilder. What was supposed to happen, because I had thumbnails about it and everything, because I was saying this is the perfect speed versus power, where Wilder was supposed to fight Andy Ruiz. Like, it was after the whole situation with Andy and AJ. It was right after Andy beat what's his name? King Kong. Yeah. It was right after that. It was a pocket right after that where Wilder and Ruiz should have fought. If they would have stopped pussyfooting around, made some money, and fought, I'm thinking they would have had to fight 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if because that's speed versus power. You can say what you want about Andy Ruiz, but that chubby motherfucker he had some speed, and he had some speed, and that's like, cause if he get caught by Wilder, it could be over. But he could get inside and get out. You know what I'm saying? It was the perfect. I'm like, man, I wanted to see that fight so bad, and I'm thinking they would have won it 3 times, and then we would have definitely saw Wilder and AJ. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? King Kong, mira esto, check this out. It's another fight, a different one. And we was talking about this one. This one is this Friday. But King Kong was dominating that fight with his jabs and stuff. And Andy Ruiz just came with that overhand from nowhere. Boom! And knock him down. And then he tried to jab him again. And, and that can happen to Lamont Roach this Saturday, too. He can be dominating the fight. And that's... like I'm thinking like Pitbull Cruz can throw one of those overhands from nowhere that sometimes he throw it fast and the fight is over. That he has to watch out for those overhands because they throw that stuff that come from nowhere. You can't even see it. And boom, smack you and you're in the floor.
That's something Latin fighters perfect. I don't know what it is because Maidana had it. Them short Mexican fighters, they master that
overhand,
top of your jab and overhand the shit out of you and just.
I tried to throw that. I tried to throw and my shoulder hurt. Throwing that style of overhand, and I don't know how they do it.
I can't do it, bro. It felt like for me trying to throw that punch. It felt like I was about to dislocate my shoulder.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know how the fuck they do that.
What's up, Smoke?
Same old shit, man. What's going on with you?
Let me get some.
Not much, man. What's on your mind, man?
Man, I think he, get Wilder a nice little payday on a nice big stage before he ride off into the sunset. Well, I'll be real with you. I ain't want him to fight his last fight, but he can't go out in Kansas, man. He can't be done in Kansas on BLK Prime, not Wilder. That's not the way he go out, bro.
Is it money though? Is it money? Like, what is it though? Is it money?
Nah, but I ain't saying it's money. I'm just saying like your last fight. You know what I'm saying? When the kind of career you done had, like Wilder. Kind of want to go out on the big stage, man. I don't want to go out in Kansas on BLK Prime on some YouTube cameras. Like, come on, man. I'm way past that now. I can get, you know, and if it's gonna be against the top heavyweight, I'm a headline on my way out. I don't see a better way to finish your career at the top.
But wouldn't him versus AJ be the better fight for him?
AJ got
after the J. Cole bullshit. After the J. Cole bullshit, take one more fight. You know what? Just be on the undercard. I mean, it's too late now, but I'm just not really, but just be on the undercard of that, and then make that AJ versus jump off for and that'll help.
He ain't got that kind of time to be waiting.
Huh?
He ain't got that time to be waiting, man. That man 40 years old. He need to fight.
Bro, he gonna fight on the undercard on the same card with AJ. That's what I'm saying.
But
I mean, I don't like. For me, the whole Usyk thing is I'm just like, bruh. Oh man, you making me go try to convince myself of this wishful thinking bullshit, and I don't really want to do it. To me, I'd rather have a more appropriate conversation of him versus AJ. Him versus Usyk, I'm just like, that man is going to school the ever-living shit out of you.
yeah, but I can understand why not Wilder and AJ happening. One, none of them have a title. Two, none of them gonna bring that crowd that they used to. Like in the United States, Wilder isn't bringing that big crowd. AJ neither. And if they go to the UK, AJ, oh yeah, but they're not gonna fill up at the Wembley Stadium or something like that. So, and then the money you have to pay these boxers to put them in the ring outweigh the money that you're gonna make in the ticket sales and the pay-per-views.
Hey, hold
on.
But hold on. You don't think that they could have staged it where they both fought on each other's card and they got like Wilder would have got somebody similar to what he had and AJ could have got somebody comparable and then they set it up. You don't think they could fill up Wembley?
Now in this stage of their careers don't sound profitable.
No, listen. Hey, listen. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't feel they could fill up Wembley. But they could definitely fuck with, I think, what's that other stadium, Cardiff? That's smaller, but it's still like a big stadium. But it's like either half or a quarter the capacity of Wembley. But it's still like a main event because AJ fought there a lot on his rise.
Yeah, but now they're not in the rise and they're not gonna get a quarter of what they're used to pay. They want to get out with their bigger bag.
But what I'm saying, a DAZN, you put it, you do it like Netflix. All you're looking for that fight is to see, you put it on DAZN, you put it in Cardiff. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm only looking for you guys to bring me this amount of new subscribers to the DAZN platform.
I don't think those two can bring that amount of subscribers or bring the money to make the fight profitable because they don't have no title.
They could, over the 30-day period.
I understand as a fan want to watch it. Yeah, I'm not saying no because as a fan, yeah.
I'm just gonna give you a scenario. You're looking at a month of DAZN putting on good fights with them also airing a Riyadh or ring jump off. Within that month, you put Wilder versus AJ. You feel what I'm saying? You're only looking for them to bring new subscribers because if I'm a new subscriber, that means for that month I get to watch all of these other fights. If you plan it out strategically like that, you're gonna get the sales, you're gonna get the numbers you want.
Yeah,
man, AC, you reaching like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
That makes
I
no
understand
sense.
him because he's
You
like
reaching like a
fan. He want to
motherfucker.
watch that fight.
You
He
reaching like
want
a
to really
motherfucker.
watch it. He don't want to go out. The two boxers go out of careers and they don't fight. As a fan, of course, I will die to watch it, but it's profitable right now. Maybe later, yeah, but right now it isn't.
Look at what we getting though, man. We getting Usyk versus Wilder, and we getting AJ versus Jake Paul, bro. That's so flip. That's like wow.
That's what bringing the money, because Usyk got the titles, right? So and he got the European fan base, so they can drain that cash flow, because Americans gonna watch, but not that much. With Jake and AJ, you're gonna have this huge young Netflix fan base that gonna watch it, and plus AJ gonna bring their European, their British, so it's more profitable that way. They get
Yeah, when you got Instagram and Netflix.
Yeah, and Jake brings this young crowd.
Money. That's a business model right there. Let me see: TikTok, Netflix, YouTube, and the UK.
Because Logan Paul is connected.
That's where I'm gonna get my money from. And Jake is showing you that he bought that money. He gonna bring in that money. So
yeah, I get the money. I get that money. I get the business part. I'm
and at this point in their career, like if Usyk been like, man, dude's been reporting Usyk making this type of money, that type of money. If they offer him like some baby money to fight AJ, man, I mean to fight to fight anybody else, he ain't taking that, man. He need a big fight. He need a name. He needs something to go out on. Ain't nobody else left but Wilder. We're gonna need another Fury. See him whoop on AJ again. We see him whoop on
that's the last name he needs to do. That's the last name left.
I mean, Bacoli, we like ain't nobody believing Bacoli after Joseph Parker. Want to fight Joseph Parker?
Bacoli never hold a title.
Ain't no money there. Ain't no money there. And this is heavyweight, man. This ain't the other technical weight class.
Yeah,
this is heavyweight.
And these people are not making $5 or $6 million. That's another thing. And you have a core under them that you have to pay them money too. So kind of like AJ and Wilder isn't attractive money wise for a promoter. I see the way that right now, maybe later, maybe if AJ beat the head out of Jake Paul, and his name rise.
That's what I said, Malazar.
That's what they're banking on. Like Jake Paul beat the shit out of Jake, so everybody's happy. His name rise. Wilder do good with Usyk. I don't know how, but whatever. Wilder don't care. He can lose. He lose already a couple times. It doesn't matter. But if AJ beat the living hell out of Jake, maybe that fight can be made in Netflix. You feel me? Because already AJ have the connection over there.
So you agree with me to some? You agree with me to some degree that after the AJ versus what's the name?
Jake. But AJ have to whoop the living hell out of it, because if Jake win, shit, that fight is done over.
I'm just trying to say anything but Wilder fighting fucking Usyk. I'm just like,
I know you don't like it. I know. I understand
that. God, no, not like that, Wilder. Don't go out like that. I understand you might be the last. You might be the last of the four kings at heavyweight for Usyk to conquer, but
I know. It's like when I saw Trinidad going versus Roy Jones. Like, why?
Yeah, no, bro, that shit was crazy.
That hurt. I knew what was gonna happen, and shit. Like, why? If it was anybody else, and then I don't want to. But whatever. So I understand why you don't want to see Wilder going like that.
Yeah,
I get
it. Same thing, bro. It's the same thing. That's how I feel, man. It's like, look, anything else but that, man. Let's talk about. Let's speculate on a whole nother fight, because I hope this is just part of the rumor mill, because I don't know, man.
I mean, no.
Maybe it's in the
said
water.
His name in the interview. Usyk said his name in the interview on the action. So I mean, we talking about it. Okay, how much money?
I don't want to hear shit from you right now, though, Pop.
How much money is gonna be in AJ versus Wilder with no belts, and these dudes looking like whoever win this gonna be the sacrificial lamb. Whoever go up there and fight Usyk or something. So you might as well get it. Why Usyk really is the one who's in play here. He can get Wilder, and if you feel like it, anybody else left out there be AJ Fury.
You know what's
Because
going. You know
the
what's going
fight
to
that
happen.
can sell without title in England is the Giant and AJ. The Gypsy King. I forgot his name. I'm so bad
Tyson
with
Fury.
names.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. I'm bad
There
with
you go.
names, dude. Doesn't matter who it is. I'm
They already
bad
fought
with
3
it.
times. They already fought 3 times.
But this was gonna happen.
That's what
Soon
I'm
as
saying.
soon as they hang it up, this was gonna happen. Soon as they retire, that fight gonna happen.
Who
They
between
gonna,
AJ
they
and
gonna do what Amir Khan and Kell Brook did.
Brook.
Like it's gonna be this. Watch, they're gonna do it. Watch.
who you saying?
But
AJ Wilder?
you know, I've
Fury?
never been a big Wilder fan like that. I respect that equalizer, but like I'm concerned because I think Usyk lined this man up. He want to get that same thing that Fury had when they built a statue of that man, and then I'm looking for the backlash, because if they said that Wilder got set up when the Turkey gave him 2 opportunities against Joseph Parker, who Wardley beat him. And then bang, Caballero beat him. So it's like these guys were not unbeatable. So they say that Turkey set Wilder up by having him come back and do that. And now he got to fight that guy at heavyweight in Usyk. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just prepared for the belly aching, you know. So I might be a little bit distracted from the actual fight, because the belly aching is what's gonna piss me off.
But that last fight with the Chinese is like, dude, I want to see you. Your last fight, I want to be something different. You know, like damn, that was so awful.
He just fought in Kansas. Did you see that fight?
No. The last one I remember is the Chinese dude and that BS. Like, oh my god, that was so awful.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he just fought in Kansas this year. He fought in Kansas on BLK Prime. You want him to go out like that?
No, that's worse because nobody knows about it. That's worse. Oh my god, he fought and nobody know about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna go out, bro, and this ain't basketball where you can gracefully have your retirement year. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, this is boxing. You want to go out on the biggest stage at the top where everybody saw you. However you went out, bro, I went out at the top. I wasn't on the prelims. Yeah. I wasn't on the first, second card. I was at the top headline. Last time you remember me, I was headlining. Whether I got knocked on my ass or on my face.
Yeah. It's better like that.
I got an example for you. Pop. You remember what just happened with Danny Garcia, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about with Laura or with the last fight?
Yeah, with Laura. And then what happened? He ain't go out, did he? Because he couldn't go out like that. So when Usyk tap dance on this man and put him out, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to come back and then do something like what he was doing in Kansas.
I'm saying everywhere money, man. Like Danny, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like Danny gonna write a book and he gonna admit to something that people ain't gonna want to hear. Yeah. That's another thing.
Danny.
But I think Wilder, I know that man do not want to go out with his last fight being in Kansas in some big ass civilized barn. You know what I'm saying?
At least Danny
Prime.
was in New York in the Barclays Center.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, we ain't, come on, bro. BLK Prime, like, we talking about Deontay Wilder, 10-time defend, like, only him and Ali did, like, done some shit like that. You get to put your name in the record books with somebody like that. He was all this, the bronze bomber, all of this, everything he did. Bro, I don't want to, like, I'd rather see him get knocked out at the damn top than to see him go out beating a damn
fighting for the 4 belts and stuff like that. Fuck it.
Come on, man. Like, he fighting for something. He might have a chance. He might swing that right hand one good time. Boom. I'm heavyweight champ of the world and I retire on George Foreman shit. But bro,
Gee.
the last fight in Kansas
George.
against somebody,
Bro,
he probably a great mechanic. And he can just fight like bro. Hell
like old
no.
George, nobody gonna be built like old George Foreman, bro. You know that after he lost with Ali, he got a boxing with 5 boxers in the same night.
Yeah.
He knocked 3 out. The first 3 he knocked them out, and the other 2 he won it by decision. Bro, 5 people. You know, to prove that I'm still the bad motherfucker. I'm gonna fight 5 motherfuckers in the same night. What? Shit. So like that, they don't build people like that no more. That's
like the Wilder AJ fight, right? Who's gonna want that? What promotional company is gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna fit the bill for that. We're gonna get y'all released.
Nobody.
The Zone is gonna do it. The Zone is gonna do that, bro.
That Zone? But that Zone is just a TV station.
Matchroom boxing. Then.
Eddie Hearn don't have it 1.8 million to buy the pregame fight.
If Eddie Hearn gonna let AJ get in the ring for that easy payday of Jake Paul,
yep,
he gonna feel that
scared.
Deontay Wilder is another easy payday, and it's the name and it's the fight. They're gonna put it in the UK. This is a fight that already had a lot of meat on the bone. This is a fight that even when after AJ's loss, you go to UK channels, you go to other channels, it was hands down. They like, you know what? AJ just need to get the fight out the way with Wilder and then possibly fight Fury, and all 3 of them just retire.
But AJ have a big problem, bro. Like Eddie Hearn have plans for AJ, and what happened? Andy Ruiz. Then they got plans for AJ again. What happened? Dubois. So, now, bro, they have plans for AJ now, and he's, I don't know, people, whatever. But bro, AJ's record say like he always fuck it up when they got plans for him. Like
at the end of the day, the way I'm looking at it is, Jake Paul, in my opinion, is not going to be a banana peel. That if it was Jake Paul versus Wilder, I would be like, you know, I'm giving Jake Paul an edge with both of these guys. For me, it's just not. I'm torn between. I hear what
you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. You don't even want to imagine it.
Bro, we're talking about planetary galaxy differences in at least the skill level, footwork, punch, everything. I don't know what to expect from Wilder going into that fight, even though I said if it does get over the line, I want to see it, because I'm just going to see what the dude looks like coming in. And, you know, pretty much after the first round, if I see you punching with that weird punching down thing and, you know, some of the things you was doing against Joseph Parker, I'm turning the TV off and I'm going to be like, this was like watching Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It's not even worth it.
Who's his trainer?
Exactly.
Yeah, who is the new trainer?
Man, go ahead and get that 15, 20 mil from
Usyk, whatever.
Usyk. Fight for the belt. They're gonna always say that you always fought the top competition, whether you had the skill set.
Cold-hearted, bro. You're cold-hearted.
I'm cold-hearted, bro. Bro, the dude already said he wanted to go out on his own shield. I'm not about that.
At the end of the day, it's about the payday.
They're gonna let him go out bad, bro. You gonna man, if it go bad, if it go bad, like, and they're gonna make Usyk like I don't know, man. I just don't feel good about this, man.
No, nobody. I
think AJ right now, bro. I don't think he can be AJ right now. I don't feel Wilder can be AJ right now. What you with? Either way you look at it, I think he would lose and get knocked out in both fights. It don't really matter.
You see why Wilder and AJ cannot sell in the USA? Because everybody feel the same way.
I'd rather get knocked out for the belts than get knocked out for a fight that I miss. I'll be true, man. I think we can make more money after we both done. Like
Yeah.
I think we can make both. We can make a lot of money like Carol Brook and Amir Khan did, or do an exhibition on a Jake Paul card then, and we can make a bunch of money. I don't see no boxer promotional company, because if either one of them dudes win, they're gonna have to deal with them being like, hey, now they can contend for the title, and now you got these old heads back in the mix with the young guys.
And Wilder, let me say this: if Wilder should win over Usyk, at the end of the day, he's probably gonna line Wilder up with either Ntama or it's gonna be Ntama, Kabayel, or Wardley. They're gonna look to get that man up out of there ASAP. Like, get one of these young bulls out here that's gonna sleep this dude early with less than 5 rounds. And there you go, bro. There you go.
WBC gonna ask for the belt. WBO gonna IBF gonna ask for the belt. Split it out of him right away. Hell yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see, man. But I think we did this one justice, man. I think I just don't got a good. I understand the business, man, and good for Wilder. You get another payday, man. I just hope. I don't like to see fighters like this, man, at the end. Whether I'm a big fan or not, I don't want to see this dude.
At the end, it's better that go like that with a big paycheck that go like that with a small bag. You feel me? For pennies. So fuck it. But if you want to go like that and you're gonna go for the big bag. Don't go for
Yeah. I can't argue. I'm with you. I understand, man. But how y'all want to land, man? Everybody land, man.
Man, you gonna, man, and if you living the life they living, man. I mean, you can try to be conservative, but that's like we all seen Any Given Sunday. How you think? You know what I'm saying? LT would have been if the coach didn't let him play that game, even though he knew he wasn't supposed to play that damn game. Sometimes you can save them, sometimes you can't, man.
That's
dudes
true.
Gonna be who they is because they who they is, and he one of them dudes that is who they is, man.
That's true. That's a great point. That's a great point.
I'll leave it at
that. I mean, on that note, you can't necessarily debate that, because if it's what Wilder wants to do, it's what Wilder's gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? For me, I find it interesting. Now that Wardley's the champ, and he was like the third moving piece, the elephant that was in the room. So now we see how Usyk is maneuvering around that piece, because it's like I could box this dude's head off all day, but if I can't stop him, he has the ability to stop me. So if I'm gonna end my career with conquering the 3 kings or 4 kings that they was calling at the heavyweight, then one king, his kingdom may not be as valuable, but it's still a kingdom. So yeah. I get that. I get that aspect of it. Also, 2026 is going to be an interesting year in boxing, and that's where I land my plane. And salute to everybody that showed up on the panel and in the chat.
Appreciate you, man.
Me? No, I'm looking forward for this Friday, but like if he decides to go, I prefer the bank. You guys know already. Like these boxers, they have given so much over the years that the best thing they deserve is going with the bank. Like whatever happened, what it happened. Like in this, I don't feel no type. Like I can see the both ways, because I'm not attached to none of the boxers, so I can see I can see conquering the 4 kings, and I can see too, like, damn, you have a great career, but you know what? I'm gonna cash out and retire better, after a big divorce and all that BS that he went through. So if this fight happened, you know what? I hope he get a good bag and whatever and do it. Like, I'm not gonna be hating on it and talking shit over it, because at the end of the day, it's another American making it back. That's it.
Good perspective, man.
And anyway, and then too, say hi to everybody in the chat and in the right here. I like to talk to all of you guys and hear all your opinions and stuff like that.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, hope y'all enjoy y'all week, man. Y'all always welcome up here, man. And we had some fun, man. Had some good points, man. Y'all make some good points, man. I mean, hey, you got a shot. You definitely, if there's a definition of a puncher's chance, that'll be this guy. You know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody that was on the panel, man. Everybody who came through to support, man. Hopefully Deontay get that bag, man, and he get the attention that he, desires, and he goes out the way he want to go out. So salute to him for getting what he want on his way out the door, and salute to Usyk for giving him the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think he's cherry picking, he's obliging one of the former kings. So I can't do nothing but take my hat off to him, man. This is Fruits and Veggies, not that Reggie. That fact-based content, not opinion-based. Silence is consent. So we speak to the things that we think we need to, because all it takes for evil to prevail is for men and women to remain silent. So we put a voice to it, man. We have some fun. We talk a little bit about life, and we try to be responsible about this boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? Till the next time, y'all. Thanks for choosing Bodywork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to Bodywork.